white Americans tell the Negroes to lift themselves by his own bootstraps. It's a cruel jest to say to a bootless man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps.
I'm saying that the nation of Islam should evolve into what we call the realities temple of America.
It's alright, I'll make sure we have ourselves a good time. We'll get with our crew, there's no telling what we'll do, girl, as long as you're with me and I'm with you. We'll have ourselves a good time, a good time.
We didn't have a choice. We was already doing for ourselves. Even with all the oppression, we were accomplishing things far greater than the black and black have done. They've done very little, except bring you the teaching, the belief, because that's all teachings is. I believe. We don't need to believe no more. We need to know.
You're talking about not falling into the teacher trap, not falling into the website trap. So today, what teachers can you learn from? We just told you that the Akawu tells you, and we're all a great teacher at the same time. So who are you going to learn from? You're going to learn from brothers like Sarnetta. You're going to learn the positives and negatives from brothers like Sarnetta. You're going to learn the positives and negatives of people like Brother Polite. The positives and negatives of people like Sarah Seti. You're going to learn from Maurice Muhammad, Talik Ibn Rab. You're going to learn from Nettercat. You're going to learn, you definitely going to learn from King Noble. You definitely going to learn a little something, something from Brother Daku.
What do?
Because I keeps it real like that. I keep it real.
I am also your soul brother. Number one.
My brother Angel Snub Nub 7 at the Reality Center in to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel Snubbing Up 7's videos. I think that he comes from a different angle, and there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out, and I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KNBS, and he has also challenged the Black Supremacy movement as well, and I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand and will not stand and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
Alrighty then. I see that our guest is early, so I decided to go ahead and get this party started early.
How are you gentlemen doing this morning?
Just fine, sir. Just fine, sir. I guess you can hear me loud.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. I saw that you had you was backstage, so I decided to get this party started early. If that's all right.
Yeah, no problem. I try to be punctual, my brothers.
Well, you know, I have a Nation of Islam background, and that's how we was taught. You know, that's how we taught. Be on time.
Yes,
Nobody play that late game. If you're gonna be late, just don't come at all. Simple as that.
Yes, sir.
That's how we was
Yes,
taught. Fast moving, quick thinking, right down to the modern time. That's what I was
Right,
taught.
exactly.
Yeah,
Give
exactly.
me 1 second, brother. Be right back with you.
Yes, sir.
1 second.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this party started. Knock this one on out the box and call it a day. We have a very interesting guest today. We should find, well, we'll see. We'll see. Should be a very interesting talk. And as always, we sit back in the cut and let our guests say what they need to say. Then if you have any questions, you can put it into the chat room. We are simulcasting on Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry YouTube channel, Angel Snubbing Up 7 YouTube channel, and our Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook channel and its affiliates. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started. Peace forever and always, and welcome to another spontaneous edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snubbing Up 7. I am your soul brother, number one. We have a very interesting guest today, and it is always an honor that anyone would come here and decide to bring their message to our platform. And like myself, I always ask folks to bring our message. So it's only right that when a person wants to bring their message to our platform, we should be able to do the same thing and be cordial and courteous in doing the same thing. We are also brothers and sisters and family. I thought that we would want to share information. I thought we would want to help one another so that we can progress. That's the foundation of black unity. But within the recent times, because money is now involved in YouTube and people get caught up in their own personalities. I'm the greatest because I have 3,000 followers. You only got 2 followers. You know, all this black power, our struggle has become diminished to almost nothing. So it is refreshing to find a brother who takes this struggle seriously. And I really don't know a lot about him, so I will allow him, when I introduce him or give him the floor, I will allow him to introduce himself and explain his history, his background, a little about himself, and the fight that he has against the oppressor. And that's what we want to do. We want to listen. And on Facebook, there's a lot of people who say or may claim that he's a crackpot. I mean, all of us at one time or another, we're crackpots and this and that and that. I know I was locked up. I'm a crackpot, insane, crazy. You know, well, this is an opportunity for our brother to come before this media and explain his position. And you don't get anything from a hand-me-down. You get it straight, as they say, from the horse's mouth. So with that said, I would like to welcome the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I'm Angel Snub 7. We would like to bring our brother on. And like I said, I told him in the message, I sit back in the cut and we listen to his message. And after he completely gets done, if there's any questions from the chat room or myself, then I hope that the brother would allow us to bring questions to him. With no further ado, I'll pass the mic on to our brother. It says here, Eric Fard Muhammad.
Yes. I want to greet everybody in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
My name is Eric Farad. Alaikum salam, sir. My name is Eric Farad Muhammad. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, Hyde Park. I'm 49 years old. AKA Eric Montgomery Perkins. It's my government name. I have no problem releasing this information for anybody that wants to fact check. I grew up in Hyde Park. I'm a Raspberry, a very prominent family that came out of Chicago. We used to own a lot of liquor stores in the Chicagoland area. And then we switched up and went into the health food industry. We had the very first black-owned business in Hyde Park, Illinois. We built out actually Lake Park, the block where the Radio Shack, my family, we owned that facility and we built it out. And that's where the fight really began. We ended up losing that. The Jews took that away from us, or my uncle and my family, and came after them. And that was my early childhood experience. The problems that my uncle was having in Hyde Park with the businesses. As far as, you know, my background, me being the son of Master Farad Muhammad, that is something that I discovered later on in my life. But I've always been involved in what you would consider the mystery schools. I was taught things that regular people were not taught, and I understand anybody's perception of me. Eric's, you know, as the brother said, a crackpot or whatever. We were taught when we were young to keep our lessons quiet and secret until the time. When the time came, at that time, I could understand anybody not believing in my ideology or some of the things that I state based upon how we were taught here in America. Evolution is a complete and an utter lie. I want to state that again. Evolution, the theory of evolution. That's the first thing we have to go by. The theory of evolution. Now, I want to, just look at my notes here real quick. Accurate thinking is very important. And if we're going to have a discussion about some of the things that we're going to go over here today, being an accurate thinker, knowing how to move through nonsense, people that are delusional, so on and so forth, and let's get to the actual facts. We as Muslims were taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that actual facts. A fact is something that is actual, and that's something that we can show and prove at any given time or place. And it seems to me, as I've met with some of the gods, as we call ourselves, the 5%ers, or brothers within the nation, we've gotten away from actual facts. Now, my job that I was given, I was in the nation, I'm a registered member of the nation, but I was outside of the nation. I know Nuri, I know Brother Minister Troy, I know a lot of the ministers. They know me over the years. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, he knew me as well. Malik Zulu Shabazz, who is, I don't know if he's head of the Black Panther Party anymore, but Attorney Malik, we know each other. We've known each other many, many years. I was always around, but I was more of the street guy in a sense. I am a high-ranking Blackstone out of Chicago. My reputation is solid. I also have, I've been out in California trying to unify the gangs. So I've been in and out the jails, talking to the Bloods. And a lot of people don't understand that the Blood Gang was started by the Blackstone from Chicago, Illinois. And now I am unifying us because we are at the point of Armageddon. This has made me a threat to the American government, the American hierarchy, because I am not only Muslim, not only do I have connections with the nation, I have connections with the Orthodox Muslims, and I have connections with the gangs, and I have now been moving things to defend ourselves. I also have a relationship with the FBI. The relationship is terrible at this point. I've been raided multiple times, but the question that for the audience is, why am I not in jail? Why have I not been killed? And we're going to get to all that, but I want to give you just some basic, information on how I got to California. I got to California January 1st, 2020. I arrived. The reason I came to California is because of a member named Yusuf Bey. Yusuf Bey, father, had bakeries out here in the Oakland area called, Your Muslim Bakery. Yusuf took over the organization when he was about 18 or 19 years old, and I used to be in and out of California doing illicit activities. I'm not going to lie to the believers. So I knew Yusuf, but when he was out, and I was out in 06, 05, 07, we were doing our own thing, right? We were young men, but we were the most militant of those that had attachment to the nation. We played no games. We are the ones, when Farrakhan would say, don't let me release those angels of death on you. We were the people that he was referring to. However, me and Yusuf would talk on the phone when he was incarcerated after I had gotten out, and we would compare notes on his situation and my situation, and I started to see anomalies that just didn't add up. I told Yusuf that I would come to California to investigate his circumstantial situation because Yusuf told me he was innocent. He had nothing to do with the Chauncey Balin murder of the black newspaper editor out here in Oakland. There was a lot of evidence supposedly against Brother Yusuf. I checked that out. I then went back to Brother Yusuf and said, there's a lot of evidence. There's even a video of you supposedly talking about the killing with some of your soldiers. Yusuf explained the circumstances, the situation. I did some investigation, and FBI was all over me. This was around the time of COVID. COVID hit May I think that was May 2020. COVID is not what you think it is. It's a biological weapon. There's been all types of nonsense going on since 2020 between the police and myself. They've been keeping it quite quiet. So the situation, the riots happened May 2021, or was it May 2020? I'm not quite sure, but the riots happened, I think, May 21st, 2020. That started in Oakland or Emeryville, California. They kept that quite quiet as well. But, it did have a lot to do with the killing of the black gentleman in Milwaukee, but we were fed up and we were having conversations with the police, with the FBI on the back end. You might hear politicians like Trump or so refer to the shadow government. I'm going to reveal what's really going on. The FBI has overthrown the American government. They are in complete control of these politicians, from Obama to Biden to, Trump was a live wire. They can't control him, for say, as much as the rest. So that's why he's been facing all the oppression that he has been facing, based not because he's good for us as black folks, but he's just out for self. And that's the primary issue that the FBI is having with Donald Trump at this time. We knew that there was possibly going to be an assassination attempt on Trump before these things played out. Probabilities, mathematics are universal. So the situation, California has spiraled out of control. I've been arrested multitude of times in California for threats to public officials, threats to police officers. There was a shooting in Antioch, California, July 21st, 2021, and the police shot up my house. I was then arrested and charged with multiple felonies for this situation. They tried to blame it on me and say I was insane, that I stepped in, indicted the Antioch police under various reasons, had nothing to do supposedly with me, but I was talking to the FBI on the back end the whole time. And, the Antioch police were indicted. And afterwards, I had some more issues with my child and the mother of my child out here in California with Child Protective Services. I also stated to them that, this is their fault. Everything is their fault, and we will not be backing up an inch, and this could cause Armageddon. I then served the courts with a document stating that if they moved forward with their position, then we would be starting Armageddon officially. That was last summer. July, the U.S. Marshals came to Sacramento, arrested me again. I was charged with terrorist threats to public officials again. After dealing with that circumstance and situation, I was released. The FBI and myself had backroom conversations, and we were supposed to make a deal. That fell through. The deal had something to do with the ACP, American Connectivity Program. A lot of the ways that the FBI, the federal government, works with people like myself is backroom deals, or they'll pay out things that the average person would think is, they're doing something for the poor or whatever. It's just the way that they facilitate people like myself. Now, I understand those that have bought or drank the Kool-Aid and believe in the American justice system and believe in due diligence. In America, there is a perception of due diligence. A perception of due diligence means that they want you to believe that they are following the law. But when you get in a position as a person myself has been in, I was CEO, of a major firm or minor firm, but we represented Fortune 500 companies. I worked as president of Prime United Energy. I was the president of Energy over there for a few years. I was vice president of Energy Marketing Services. So I have a strong corporate background in sales, but some of the things that we were involved in, deregulation, cable, solar, I saw a lot of white collar corruption, and we were involved in a lot of fleecing of the middle class. And it bothered me a lot. It bothered me a lot. So I went through a spiritual change somewhere around 2013. 2013 is when I really had a spiritual awakening in a sense. And that's where some assume I went crazy. And that's fine. I have no qualms about that because I am a trained professional. When you read in the text of the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad stated that the only ones coming after him would be someone named Seventh Angel. But he did not go into much detail about Seventh Angel. He gave that speech in 1974 at his final Savior's Day, the sun shall rise in the west. And that's a key title that is a surah. I mean, not a surah, but it is one of the lines from one of the surahs in the Quran. The sun shall rise in the west. So what does that mean? I am on the west, but you are in the west. We are in the west, but I am on the west coast right now, and I am the son of Master Fard Muhammad. Now, what does this all mean? I want to say this to everyone. I'm a very tactful. I try to be direct, and I try to be upfront and truthful. I've been in some tough situations. I've faced over 45 felony counts that could have put me away for the rest of my life. I faced death threats my whole life, even from some of the gangs. I have a very thorough street reputation. People like myself, when we say yes, our yes means yes. When we say no, our no means no. I'm not someone to be played with. I don't play with others. I'm right and direct, and I want everyone to be able to assess me based upon seeing me in the physical. Now, this circumstance situation, we're in a very serious situation. I would like to tell you that the Nation of Islam under Master Fard Muhammad, my father did not teach the members of the Nation of Islam everything. He only taught Honorable Elijah Muhammad for 3.5 years, disappeared. My father didn't teach me the same things that he taught Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I was taught magic first. Now, that's a controversial subject, but if you have any education in Islamic studies, you understand that magic plays a huge part, not only in Orthodox Islam, but in the Quran. And that's where my expertise of study really lays. The American government also has operatives that operate in what we would call the occult world. You can look this up. I'll give you reference names: Operation Artichoke, COINTEL operations. There's so many. The amazing Operation Amazing Randy. The FBI and the CIA have been playing with magic, remote viewing, having agents, psychic killers, people that can so-called, do amazing things, and then they've been discrediting anybody that wasn't with them or working with them as being crackpots, nuts, or just insane, when this has been the #1 route that every nation, not just America, Russia as well, have been working to develop their high-level agents. Unfortunately for them, the Nation of Islam has the best of these so-called agents, and I am Agent 7, which would be Seventh Angel. It's just a code name, code word for 7. Right? Now, my duty and my job, I've had many interactions with the United States government. Where are we at this point? If you do your research, over the last 3 or 4 years, American government has lost a multitude of helicopters, and they've lost a multitude of jets, military jets. Now in the news, they state they have crashed. They crashed, but unfortunately, 95% of the time, everybody on board died. There's not a trace left in most of these crashes, as they call them. These were not crashes at all. These planes, these helicopters, these ships were shot out of the sky by my directions. Now that sounds a little strange, but the facts are there. You know, a child could fall down a multitude of times, multiple times, and you can say that's an accident. But when you have a U.S. military with much money and much sophistication and direction as the United States government, as many crashes as they have had over the last few years, I am astounded that common sense is starting to weigh in on the people. As the gods, as we're called, we sit back and analyze how you're processing information. Go back to the law of evidence, right? And I'm a little concerned at this time for the people. The American government also has been under attack by something called Havana Syndrome. That is what they're calling it. That is not what we call it. But Havana Syndrome started, I believe it was 2016 in Cuba at the embassy, where some of the American or United States diplomats and some of their spies were hit. Now they've been hit all over the world, including the White House and the FBI. Some of the top agents have been hit, CIA agents that were so deep cover, no one knew their cover, supposedly. Now 60 Minutes found out about this and there has been 3 stories on 60 Minutes since 2021. The last story, they were blaming Russia. Russia is in a full-fledged war with Ukraine, which is a proxy war directed by the United States government. However, Russia does not have the technology to shoot these waves at multiple targets that were hidden, that most people had knowledge of, and the United States government has no real evidence that Russia is involved. However, I've been talking to the United States government before 2015 and stated to them, and this is on tape, I recorded a lot of things publicly. I have a series on YouTube called the Maki Tapes, where I started going public about some of these things. But I told the United States government that they would be attacked. Now, we're starting to see the results of such things. As Elijah Muhammad stated, the gods, we control the weather. As you can see, the weather across the world has been decimating many nations, even some Muslim nations. And that might, say, why would Allah be decimating Muslim nations? Well, there's a thing what we talked about that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad spoke about quite a bit called hypocrisy, hypocritical behavior, the hypocrites. The Saudi government sold Islam out. They work hand in hand with the United States government. That is what we consider a chief hypocrite. Abu Dhabi, they sold out Islam. That's what you would consider a chief hypocrite. Now this war that's going on in Gaza with Israel, I want everybody to understand something. I am not a racist person. I don't have a racist bone in my body. And I just tell my father that as well. I had my own viewpoints, and my father allowed me to have my viewpoints, but he made sure I had a great education. With education and going out into the field, as we call it, when you're going to do operations, you pick up more experience. So with a great education and with experience and with wisdom, you are able to assess circumstances and situations and make the proper choices. Now, going back to the circumstances and situations as far as how I was trained and what I know compared to what everybody else knows, we are in a great war because of Israel. Israel was created by the United States government in England. I believe the year was 1946. I don't want to misquote that. This was a CIA operation to get into the Middle East. President Sadat, the ex-president, I think he passed on, but he was the president of Egypt at the time. They asked him, and you can look this up, they said, why do you not like Israel? He says, the Israelites left here as black people. They came back white. That is clear-cut and decisive. I'm sure he knows his history of his region, his origin of that area, and it's not hard for us to do our research. Having a great or good education, this is where some of my concern comes in. I've been challenged, called all types of names because I have a grandiose education and I can retain things without necessarily having the books in front of me, right? I'm intelligent, as they say. I have a high level of comprehension and I retain. So going back to the Israel situation and the government of Israel, the situation is that the Israelites have a huge history in Islam. When Prophet Muhammad first was establishing Islam, he had some problems, and he was having problems in Mecca. And so he had fled to Medina, but he sent his family to modern-day Ethiopia for protection under the Israelites. The Israelites of Prophet Muhammad's time were 100% all black. I want to say that again. When Prophet Muhammad spoke of Israelites of his time, the people he was speaking to were all people from Assyria, which are what we consider modern-day Ethiopia. I don't understand how there is a debate on who are the Israelites when we go back and do a proper assessment of history. Prophet Muhammad had his top deputies write letters to the Israelites offering protection for his family. And the people, the Qurayshi, his opposition, went to the Israelites and said, no, give us these people. Give our people back. He's no prophet, he's a madman. And the King Negus, said, no, I believe that he is a prophet of God. And King Negus went on to change, also become a Muslim. After King Negus passed on, his family then went back to Christianity or Judaism, as they call it. These are actual facts. Now, the Israelites of the day, how did the Israelites go from being 100% black, as we call it, to now the modern state of Jerusalem or Israel is controlled by Europeans? This is what you would call a CIA snow job. Now, Islam has fallen completely apart across the world. These hadiths, a lot of the sayings and a lot of things that are being done in Islam are incorrect. This is why Honorable Elijah Muhammad was raised up in the West and given some lessons for the believers. One of my biggest struggles in my studies with Islam, one of my biggest struggles was life after death, compared to Elijah Muhammad teaching that there was no death, there's no life after death. And I would question my father, and I would question the masters, as they're called, on these things. And I want to be truthful. I want to be upfront with you. And so sometimes people ask me, so well, who's correct? Was Elijah Muhammad correct, or was Prophet Muhammad not correct? And I'm going to be 100% authentic. They were both all correct. It's just that they were only taught a certain portion. Prophet Muhammad. Then Honorable Elijah Muhammad was only taught a certain portion. There's so much more. So much more. I've seen, I've been places here that you wouldn't believe. our future is so bright, it's so beautiful that it's unbelievable. Now, as far as the enemy is concerned, they don't stand a chance in hell. I'm gonna say that again. They don't stand a chance in hell. I'm one man. I have arm, leg, arm, head. I bleed. I can cry. Sometimes I'm happy. I have emotions. I just learned how to control my emotions. I was born here. I'm more urban than you think. I love the children. I spend a lot of time with the youth. And regardless of what anybody says about my gang ties, I was born into, a very powerful position for my family. And I always tried to uplift my brothers. I've never sold a key of cocaine in my life, and those that know in Chicago, my family had it. And I refused to sell it. That's my reputation. Did I allow marijuana sales? Yes. Did I move some of that? Yes, I did. However, I did not allow any cocaine, and my family had it. I refused to sell it. The killing in Chicago, I was 100% against it. That's where my reputation of Don Illuminati comes from. Yeah, I didn't use guns. I stopped using guns 10, 12 years ago, and magic was in play. But has anyone ever put their hands on me in Chicago? This is what I call the law evidence. Have I made multitude of such gang members that you would call killers, or some of your favorite rappers run? Absolutely, 100%. They know it, I know it. Did I date some of the most gorgeous women in Chicago? Absolutely. Why? Well, my father used to tell me, your life is going to be so amazing. You might want to start documenting some of these things, because a lot of people are going to be naysayers and tell you these things didn't happen. Now, in 2020, 2021, I was on Facebook. That's the only social media I have, by the way. I have no other social media than Facebook. I have some Instagram pages, but I stopped using them. I didn't think that was appropriate to be posting pictures and such when we have such a serious situation. I have had people that I did my own. When I say my own, you're my brother by blood, you're my brother by color, you're my brother by our belief system. Started attacking me because of some of the things I would say about the Minister Farrakhan. Started attacking me because I would say I was having these issues with the police, and that's insane. I want everybody to understand that the FBI sent a young lady by the name of Erin Morris. You can find her on Facebook as Aliyah Muhammad. She has a couple of different names, or Erin Muhammad. She used to run track for, I believe it was UNLV or Fresno State or something of that nature, or both. She was recruited by the FBI, and this is how they work. I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, and this sister is a beautiful sister, but she's a MGT. And she came to me and said, Eric, I'm here because of Minister Farrakhan. We want you to come home, but you have to take a knee to Minister Farrakhan, and we'll get you all your money back, and you'll have Dex. And I told her to kick rocks. And that's just an urban term for get out of my face. And she went from there to, we're going to kill your children. We're going to kill you. Screw your orbs. Screw your angels. We're not afraid of you. Nonsense. Starting to cause drama between myself and the members of the FOI. Have there been some physical fight between myself and FOI, Farrakhan's people? Absolutely. Have I been touched? Absolutely not. Have they been touched? They've lost quite a few soldiers. Quite a few. And they know that, I know that. How bad is it? Oakland, 2021, they were running. I went to their temple in Chicago, in Oakland. Then I jumped on a plane and went to Chicago. I went to Farrakhan's house. They're running. I went to the mosque. Sat outside for 6 hours. They didn't want to come outside. Why is that? Those that know, they know. I've done many, many amazing things, and it's not me. It's the abilities of my father, right, that he gave. Master Farad Muhammad was not only a mathematician, he's a magician in a sense. Unbelievable things that he could do, and I can't even do 5% of the things that he could do, but I can do some amazing things, absolutely. Now, the circumstance situations here in California, when a lot of people, when you were on lockdown in 2020, 2021, I was outside having showdowns with police, U.S. military. There's been a few. And then the courts were involved. The reason why they even dropped all these charges against me is that I threatened to kill the judges executed by unseen forces. We're in a very serious situation. I am at the re-entry center right now. I use it as a base to a certain degree here in Richmond, California, right now. The re-entry center is ran by Pat Mims. He did over 20 years in prison here in California, got out on his own law work, and he's been helping, trying to get more brothers out, and then they have a secure situation and get the assets they need going back into the world. He has some of the counselors here are former inmates, and Allah has moved me in a position to try to negotiate with the federal government to get the rest of our brothers and sisters that are locked away doing these life sentences out and into proper programs where we can get them back into society. The reason I am at the re-entry center and why I'm working this way is that my house in Sacramento was raided about, I think it was February, by the Contra Costa sheriffs. Now, Contra Costa is it's about 150 miles away from Sacramento County. But the only reason they had authority to do that, it was a covert operation ran by the FBI. They were looking for weapons that would coincide with this Atlanta syndrome. They found nothing. They found no records. They took computers, laptops out of the house. I was held for 3 days and then released, then told that they were waiting for the federal indictment. Then, you know, I was working with Bay Area Legal, which is a nonprofit. I was told, Eric, your warrant is still active. So I contacted the sheriff, said, well, why would you let me go? I still have a warrant out for me. Police were doing some strange activities out here. They would pull up on me out here in Richmond, stop, run their lights, and then pull off. I had no fear of the circumstance of the situation, but I just happened to, check in with Bay Legal. They stated to me, yeah, your warrant's still active. We got the public defender's office involved, and they called the sheriff's department and said, well, this warrant's still active. Do you want Mr. Perkins or Mr. Muhammad to come in? They said, no, we're going to remove the warrant. They removed the warrant about 4 weeks ago out here in Richmond, right here on McDonald Street, which is primarily in the downtown area. That me and the Muslims have a store right there at I think it's 916 McDonald Street. The Yemen Muslims, I have a store with them right now. Our grand opening is going to be actually tomorrow. The police start pulling up to the store, flashing lights in the store about 5-6 weeks ago. I came out by the store. I told my Yemen brother, Brother Muhammad, said, I'll take care of this. Don't you worry about a thing, because the Yemen Muslims don't know that much. I haven't gone in detail with anybody, but I'm going to start. But they know that I am a powerful individual. So the police ended up pulling off. They were riding around for about 3 hours. I would say it was about 30 police cars with about 30 more detective or undercover cars harassing me. Well, about 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 in the morning, because I stayed out there, I got up to walk away, and one of the cars pulled up like he was going to engage. And the United States government at this point now knows for sure. I'm not going to go into detail what happened after that, But I will just tell you that the United States government, the FBI, the Richmond police were involved, Contra Costa Sheriff were involved. They all scattered within seconds. What happened, I'm not going to go into detail of that. But this secret, they cannot hold in anymore. I refused to leave. Then I called on the phone the next morning. They asked me, because I did leave Richmond that night, but I came back the next morning and they asked me, why are you back? We want you to leave. And I told them I'm not leaving Contra Costa. Contra Costa County has offended me and my family. Contra Costa has started World War III. The only thing I stated to you folks is that if you keep pushing at me and my children, it would end us in Armageddon. This is why they told me I was insane. Within 2 months after I told them that, people were kidnapped from Israel. Did I give the order to kidnap the people in Israel? Yes, because they had kidnapped my son here. Now, this war, over 60,000, some say it's up to 150,000 Muslims have been killed. Do I feel responsible? Am I responsible? Absolutely, accept 100% responsibility for these actions at this time. We are in a very serious situation. My concern are my people here and the Muslims worldwide, but I have to line my ducks up at this time. I am putting a lot of pressure on the American government. Joe Biden just stepped down as president. The real reason why Joe Biden stepped down as president is that he was hit in the head with lupus, which gave him with dementia. This is what Havana syndrome does to folks. Now, the interesting thing I want to point out, which is an enigma, I want to point this out, is that Barack Obama and his wife came out with a movie on Netflix called No One Left Behind. It's about the end of the world, but it's about somebody attacking America with some type of special weapons and so on and so forth, and then they knocking out the computer systems. Well, the strangest thing about this is these are the backroom conversations that we've had with the FBI about some of the tactics that we were going to do to them if they did not let my people go. Now the circumstances situation with Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan in Chicago gave a meeting, a FOI meeting in the early, I want to say it was the early 2000s, or maybe it was the late 1900s, the last part of the 90s to early 2000s. FOI only meeting where he stated that he was going to betray us one day, and that it was the FOI elite FOI's duty to stop him. These are Farrakhan's words directly to the FBI in Chicago, Mosque Marriott. This is why I'm upset with Mustafa, Farrakhan, Ishmael, those that, the elders, because they know damn well what Farrakhan told us. Know damn well. And Farrakhan told us all, only one of them is going to stand up and carry us home. And he said, he made us all promise. He said, promise me, if I go against the teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that you will rise up to stop me. This whole thing with Scientology, Farrakhan said they didn't give him any money. The Scientologists paid me $1.2 million in 2011. I'm going to repeat that. The Scientologists, I just got out of prison, paid me $1.2 million in 2011. Michael Brett. He was the CEO of, I don't even remember the name of his company because I destroyed it. That's right, I destroyed his company. Once I found out that they were the Scientologists. Now, I knew Michael Brett was a Scientologist. I didn't know that his whole company was a Scientology front. So they flew me and my partner at the time, his name is Jay Dunn at that time, they flew us out to Las Vegas. And they didn't want to talk about business. They wanted to talk about UFOs. They wanted to talk about how close the Nation of Islam and the Scientologists were. And I said, we're not close at all. They said, well, we're working behind the scenes with Farrakhan, and we need you aboard. This was really when I knew the gig was up for me because nobody but Minister Farrakhan really actually knew my true identity. I even to some of my closest friends, if you brought up Eric, are you attached to the nation or you're attached to anything, even my gang time, I would be different, start talking about something completely different and start cracking jokes and walk away. Some of my adverse behavior was to throw people off that no way that Eric is one of the gods, no way Eric is that militant or disciplined. So some of my acts were just acts. Now, Farrakhan, I want to talk about it. From the Malcolm X circumstance situation to the Khalid Muhammad situation, there's one person, it's a variable that's always involved in all these circumstances situations, to even Jeff Ford, who is Chief Maliki of the Blackstone. One person is always involved in all these illicit situations and he never gets touched. That is Louis Farrakhan, the charmer. Now, Honorable Elijah Muhammad named him Farrakhan, and he told him, I'm going to tell you what that means at a different time. I'm going to tell you what your name means, the charmer. I have a report that that's called Farrakhan the Traitor, that I put it on Google Docs. I gave a lot of information, and I gave it to the nation, and I brought it to the nation Islam. I said, I want to bring Minister Farrakhan up on charges, which is within our bylaws. A formal investigation was supposedly started, but it was all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad circumstance situation with Malcolm X. Malcolm did a lot of great work for us. He put the nation on his back and did a lot of great work, right? And there was a lot of haters he had inside the nation. And Farrakhan was Malcolm's number one student. Yet, when Malcolm had a problem, as far as with Honorable Elijah Muhammad and his supposed wives, Wolf Dean, Elijah Muhammad's son, brought that to Malcolm. And Malcolm took it to Farrakhan and said, I'm going to go see Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm just telling you this. We was talking to Farrakhan, and you keep it quiet. You don't say anything. We're not going to do anything about this. We're not going to say anything about this until I talk to the messenger. Well, Farrakhan took that opportunity to run to the messenger, and this caused Malcolm quite a bit of problems, as we all know from that point. Khalid Muhammad situation. Khalid was shot by James Best, one of Farrakhan's ministers, in I think it was Riverside, California. Now they said, oh, that was an isolated incident. Farrakhan had nothing to do with that, but Khalid was one of the more militant brothers in the nation at that time. And a lot of brothers backed up for Khalid, said, oh, and that was quite a strange circumstance situation. In 2007, they told me I was being too wild, I was regulating too much. I needed to tone it down. Ishmael tried to fly out to go see Yusuf Bey in 2007. Told him he was being too militant, he needed to tone it down or else. This is what we were told. Jeff Ford was the only gang member that's in federal prison right now for national terrorist threats. His case has something to do with Libya and Omar Gaddafi. Saying that the Libyans tried to pay us, the Blackstones, to blow up the Sears Tower, so on and so forth. But when you read Jeff Ford's case file, which I have read it, I represented myself pro se on my own case, and I won in Florida in 2014-15, but I had access to Lexis, and I looked up a multitude of cases. I got a hold of Jeff Ford's case, Federal United States versus Jeff Ford, and that case is amazing because a federal informant brought that information to the FBI, and the federal informant worked within the Nation of Islam. And then they had federal informants that worked within the Blackstones. Now, the federal informants for the Blackstones said that they were selling cocaine to the nation, or to the Nation of Islam, to Mustafa Farrakhan. Now, this is my question: if the federal government is out to get the Blackstones, or out to get the Nation of Islam, and you have federal informants inside, and you have Louis Farrakhan dead to right, nailed to the wall, or his son, and you have not only the evidence, you have video evidence, and you have informants, but you don't go after him, you don't touch him. But we, as the angels, as we're called, Farrakhan refers us to the angels, refers to us as the angels of death. We all went down. We all been hunted. I was one of the last ones left, for say, that really carried things with the integrity that we should, going to Juma, talking to the imams, trying to make sure the young men were doing the right things. And I was running into nothing but opposition from my own. And then this is when the crazy talk, because there were some extraordinary things happening. So when they couldn't lock me away or keep me or have me killed, for say, because there were attempts, multitude of attempts in Chicago by police, by agents, and I tell you, there were amazing things that happened on my behalf, right? This is when the crazy talk came in. And I understand it, and it frustrated me for a while, but I had to keep moving. And I had to keep this conversation moving, and I had to make sure, remember who I am, and my values, my morals, and my ethics. So I was quite upset with Minister Farrakhan, but the one reason that he gets a pass is because of that initial conversation he had with the FOI, where he stated that this was a very real possibility and that we needed to be prepared. Right? Now, what's the big deal about the Scientology and the clearing? I have the documents, I can release it to you. The Scientologist clearing is a CIA operation, right? When you get audited, they get you to talk about illicit things you did in your past. They want you, even some controversial things. It says you're clearing off the, I forgot what they call it, but whatever, you're clearing off the negative energies or whatever they're talking about. No, they're getting you to talk about your past. They're recording everything, and they're going to use it against you if you ever cross them. You have been now kidnapped. Have you noticed the rhetoric of the nation went from the devils to now, oh, not all white people are devils, to, Farrakhan even having his so-called white brothers that are in the Vatican. The Vatican has nothing to do with God whatsoever. Just ridiculous. Some of the things, for example, the Million Man March, Farrakhan collected a lot of money from the people. He went on a world tour all around the world, with his money, and did nothing for the people. Nothing. Now, I might sound like a hater to some, but those that know, I've given hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. And a lot of it was street money. We'll walk right in there, drop it right in the plate, and walk out. They know that. Million Man March, this is how I know that the Nation of Islam was completely broke at the time of the 50-year anniversary. How do I know that the Nation of Islam was broke? How do I know that they were on the verge? Because I had to pay for about 100 believers to go. Hotel rooms, their buses, I paid for them to go myself. And I was very upset with the minister, and I was trying to have a conversation with him privately, telling him to not, I know things are tough, do not take a deal with the Scientologists, but the deal had already been done. Now, when you look at some of the brothers now, Nori, everybody's nice homes, the money's flowing, well, it's a Ponzi scheme. The clearing, the auditing is a Ponzi scheme, and half the money is going to the Scientologists. And you're using my family's name. You're using my family's name to do a Ponzi scheme. Now you gotta remember, my background in corporate, who I worked for, I've been involved in all types of schemes. Multi-million-dollar schemes I've been involved in. I've made over $7 million myself, not my companies that I earned. This is my reputation as a hustler. I've been able to bounce back millions, over 8 times. And I'm under some severe pressure now, and I have this store. But it is because of the teachings of my father, the connections that my father has all over the world, and the occult lessons, as we call the Islamic sciences that I've been taught. So I will never relinquish those things. I will never denounce those things. And I have no problem being transparent or, upright. Now, what's the state of things right now? I'm asking for billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. And what am I going to do with the money? I'm going to take care of my people. And I'm going to get you international. We're not going to stay here for a second. This place is not safe. The American government is out of control. They're out of control. They have a lot more information than you do. And they are spitting in the wind for a second. And what happens if you spit into the wind? The spit's going to fall right back on your face. I am not alone, but I am just the person that you see before you. But I tell you, jinn, angels, orbs, as you want to call it, UFOs, as they want to call it. Some men in the nation call it the baby plague. That's just the tip of the iceberg. However, it's some beautiful, gorgeous, unbelievable things that Allah has for us. Beautiful, gorgeous. Our lifestyle, our way of living right now is horrendous compared to what is potentially out there for us. But we must change the way that we think. We must let go of a lot of the teaching that the Western scholars have taught our children. Again, I'll go back to evolution. The theory of evolution. Now, there's some truth in that, but it's a complete fallacy. Now, my first question I asked somebody, I said, what about dinosaurs, Eric? Oh, of course, yes, there were huge animals here. We call them dragons. And we wiped them out. There were giants, some people we consider giants that lived on this earth. There are more than one dimension here. So don't think we know everything and don't think that you're alone. That is arrogant, right? And then for those people that are in the nation that says, well, you believe in the UFOs, you believe in all that, but you don't believe in angels or orbs as Prophet Muhammad stated, you have to look at it from a mathematical point of view. Quantum physics right now, what's going on in mathematics, quantum physics, physicists are now talking about multiple dimensions, multiple beings being in the same area, and now they're making this so-called magical situation into an actual science. If you don't believe me, take a good look at it. Another thing is, when you say when people quote to me about science and mathematics from the Western society point of view, I want everybody to understand that they only understand 4% of the universe. 4% of dark matter and dark energy. That's out of their top physicists' mouths. That's not what I'm saying. That's what they're saying. So they can't tell us anything. They know nothing. And they are having a lot of strange occurrences happening across the world. And we're about to step forth. You're going to see a lot more UFOs lined up in ranks relatively soon. We're changing things. This war is very, very serious. That speech by Netanyahu yesterday in America was a very key point. That was a very key point. That speech that did you see how all the American politicians were standing up and clapping for a foreign president or prime minister to come and to have more power, as it seems, than the actual president? The veil is being removed. So I have come forward, and I thank the brothers for allowing me to do such. But yes, The United States military, the FBI, they are running a covert operation. Their whole operation was, if we can't get Eric to be a part or join alongside with us, then we're going to discredit him and destroy him. But which has caused me to step up with my abilities, and we're at a point now, try me again. And I know they're listening, try me again. Try us again. You're going to let my people go. You're going to do what we tell you to do, or you're going to be executed. Do you understand, FBI? I want you to be very, very clear. No more games. I don't care what type of propaganda you put out. It's going to get your people executed. Now, the FBI has been attacked severely. They've been keeping that quiet. They've been hit out more severely by Havana syndrome than any other organization. The White House top officials, we are in control. Any president, vice president, or any person in the secret society or the full society, these people that are behind the scenes think that they can make a decision and we can't touch them. They're a fool. This is my duty to tell the truth, to speak the truth, and to allow my brethren and sisters to analyze these things and we can have an open dialogue. And if I can't show and prove the information, then we got to check that out. But this is why the Mahdi tapes, I put those things out. Even my one called The Law of Evidence, where I have pictures and videos along with my dialogue, with actual court documents, so on and so forth. Now, I am in California. We're going to be having court here soon for my son. I never lost custody of my son. The mother of my son tested positive for amphetamines. She was an ex-prostitute that I took off the streets of Oakland. Took her from a pimp. See, my reputation is solid everywhere I go. The thing is that while I was fighting my case with Antioch, they took my child from her. And when I got involved, they gave the children, she has another child, they gave the children back to her in rehab. She was the only woman to have her children in rehab. That's how afraid they are of me. And I said, well, I have $1 million house out here in Sacramento. Why wouldn't you give the child to me and my family? My family in Sacramento is quite successful. Law enforcement, ex-military, my aunt. And she owns a multitude of houses in Sacramento. I come from a very well-off family, very good family, very good Chicago family. And they refused. Now, I have no felony convictions. Anybody can check. My government name's Eric Montgomery Perkins. My last felony conviction was 2001. I beat every other case since then. I've had a multitude of indictments or probably pending charges, but why are there no convictions and none of them have even gone to trial? That's my law of evidence. Now, somebody with a background such as mine, you can look me up on Money Making Me class. That's me, from the music, the gangs, or whatever. I was just trying to give the kids a positive, outlook. I didn't want them, I was trying to maneuver them in a certain direction. Eric Rob Muhammad on YouTube or you can look me up on some of my documents on there. However, it is just strange to me to have to put out all this information and say, and then people that challenge me saying, oh, he's just insane. You gotta understand, they threatened my mother, they threatened my sister, my mother passed on, but they threatened my sister, they threatened my children. They still threaten my children, they threaten my ex-girlfriend or anybody that I have any attachment to, they're threatening to kill them. So when you hear me on Facebook or you hear me say, I'm going to kill them, that's what I'm telling you. I have killed a multitude of them, not with ordinary means. We're talking about the Islamic sciences. Now, to give you reference in the Quran, I always refer to the cave. The cave, Surah Cave in the Quran. The Surah Cave talks about, it goes in depth about some magical things and some magical people and magical events. It's very important. If it happened then, it can happen now. If it happened then, it can happen now. I'm moving forward. I thought, and I'm going to tell you, If anybody thinks this is insane, what I'm saying to you, I understand. I thought my father was a nut, but he did a lot of great things. I thought he was a nut. I'm telling you straight up. When he told me what my mission was, I used to drink every day. You know, and this Chicago can verify this. I was wealthy. I drive around and drive BMW. I used to drink every day, and because people say, "Eric, why are you living? You're partying like today's your last day on earth." And I used to laugh to some of them sometimes and say, "Because it probably is. You have no clue what they got me up to." I thought I was a dead man walking. Yet I have made it this far. Do you understand? And know that the people in Chicago, some of the members, and that they know that I've been going at it with the FBI, the police, 2011, straight. I've been in and out. I've been locked up across America since then, over 25 times, maybe 30, and no convictions. No convictions. When we're talking about terrorist threats against police, and you know how the police operate. They'll threaten you, and if you defend yourself, oh, he tried to kill me. But this is my concern. They go around shooting innocent black men that are doing nothing. They shot our sister in the face here in Illinois, Springfield. She said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and this pig shot her in the face. I keep asking them. This is why I keep having these confrontations with these devils. Because they don't, when they see me, I'm shoot. Do you. Do what you do to my people, do to me. That's why I'm here. But they're running. And so why am I coming public now? You come around me, you come behind me, what do you think is going to happen? We unify. What do you think's going to happen? That fool in Chicago, Farrakhan, I told him, you're going to lose your sons. You keep messing with the law. I told him before he lost his first son. He's lost 2 so far. Ava Mohammed, I told Minister Farrakhan, my father said that no woman could be a minister in the Nation of Islam. She had to go. They told me I was crazy. She was dead within a month. I'm not joking. I'm not playing with you at all. Nuri lost a daughter. I told him beforehand, you're going to lose your daughter. My job is not an easy job. I have a tough job. However, I really, at this point, anybody that knows who has been in war situations, you've been in tough situations, you don't have much room for the lie. When bullets are flying, when bombs are going out, when your family members are being threatened, you don't have much room for the lie. So I apologize to Brother Khalil for some of the conversations we had, and I never had any ill intention towards that, brother. It was just a simple fact that I know that we all have different backgrounds and we have come from different circumstances, situations, but truth is truth. And the good book says in the scripture, the truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free. And I am speaking 100% truth. And that's why I'm not afraid of any of these doctors or any, I've been evaluated a multitude of times. I passed every one of them. You know why? Because I'm a very logical, rational individual. And if I say something, I can back it up with information. Some of these cases, sometimes I would fire the lawyer and represent myself. The brother, you asked me in one of our conversations, why would you use a public defender? Why would I spend money, $50,000, $20,000 on a lawyer when the case is going to be dismissed regardless? Why? See, perception of due diligence. American government is a liar. They lie about everything. And we need to understand that their go-to is the lie. Everything you see on social media, everything you see in mass media, they might mix some truth in there, but it's based upon the lie. So I want to make sure that I come forward in a logical manner, speak rationally, and give you opportunity to decide for yourself, because I understand my life is on the line, but do you understand that we're in the pot right now? And if I don't get you out the pot, if I don't get you out the line of fire, See, Honorable Elijah Muhammad said separate. Just separate. That didn't happen. It made my job very, very tough. The reason America is still standing today is because of you, the Israelites. You might not believe it. It's because of you. But I'm not going to let them hold you captive. No, I'm a highly intelligent black man that built successful businesses from nothing. Then the FBI would come and tear it apart, and I would laugh and rebuild again. I have over 35 young black men that are CEOs that are multi-millionaires right now. 35. And I'm proud of that fact. I'm very proud of it. And nobody can take that away from me. Now, 90% of them probably don't like me. So it was tough love. It wasn't my job for them to like me. My job was to get them from being a nigger to a god. Where Will Williams, Steve Forte, to go out a few. Those are my little brothers. Quite successful in the world. Those are the ones I love. Nate, Bio. So many. And I don't want to, because I won't start naming them all, because the ones I forget, my brother's little sister. A little sister, because this is the power. Power is a very addictive thing. And I've had to learn. I made some mistakes. Saying you got all these mothers, baby mothers, as we call them in the urban community, and this and that. Well, when you were given the mission that I was given, and you don't think you were going to live, how can I go home and raise a family and say, okay, everything's going to be all right? This is a death-defying situation, and I made it this far, and I'm not sitting here saying, me. Forget me. It's about you. I'm a soldier. I'm trained to die on command. Understand that. So some of you that talk about you're one of the gods, this and that, no. Because you have to be willing to sacrifice your life at any given moment. You have to be willing to sacrifice every dollar in your pocket at any given moment. Your reputation at any given moment. No. You have to be still. You have to be iron. You have to be disciplined. You have to be structured. You can't show any fear when they're trying to give you life or trying to make some backroom nonsense deal. Now, how's negotiations going? They're not going anywhere right now. We're at war. We're not talking. But by going public and getting some of you folks involved, and maybe you do some investigation, maybe you start poking around, this makes the FBI nervous. Understand that they can't handle me at all. But what they are winning the propaganda war. The minute that you folks start waking up and realize this is a propaganda war, that's the only thing they're winning. It's going to make our enemies very, very nervous. Because truth is truth. And then they might try to come at me again. And that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm planning for. And I'm going to put them 6 feet in the dirt. Understand that. Now, best case scenario. Best case scenario is that we make a deal, and the deal is that I leave America for 10 years for a certain type of money, right? And we facilitate the reentry programs. I set my own people in control of the reentry programs. They start releasing our brothers and sisters from the federal and state prisons. I'm working with Pat now on some of these things, small right now, but when the negotiation table is back up with the federal government, that's what we're going to talk about. Also, I'm asking for a lot of money on the ACP deal. The ACP deal was the American Connectivity Program for the internet, right? But for the poor. But that, I want control of it. And I'll facilitate to, like I told you, I have a lot of multi-millionaires that run companies to market it. We want masters, and I want to be paid quietly $100 million a quarter. $100 million a quarter to leave for 10 years. I want Yusuf Bey released from prison, federal prison, into our custody, and I will then place him over the Nation of Islam at that time, with Nuri being second in command. And I'll leave for 10 years. I have other things to do, but I want to give you time to decide your future. Now, if the American government doesn't want to facilitate these things, I'm forcing these things on them through war. However, the situation in Israel, responsible for those people that have died in Gaza, and I'm gonna let Israel know right now, let the world know. I wouldn't shoot another missile at all if I were you, Israel, because we're there. We're right with Yemen. We're right there. And I'm going to make my ships abundantly present to you. America, as you see, isn't getting involved in much. They're just sending money because they got their own serious problems. And I don't know how they're keeping this quiet because the police, when I say the police, to the police chief, to the mayor of Richmond, to all of Contra Costa, to anybody that knows anything about social, it's so bad because there's people that have gone into witness protection because of me here. Yes, FBI witness protection. So it's out there. This thing is going to blow up in their face. Now, I don't know what they're going to say. They're going to come up with some plan. They're invaded by aliens or I'm the devil, whatever. And in a way, I am their devil. I am their Antichrist because I'm our Christ. And I'm more urban with it. I'm not all that fall out the sky nonsense. That's not me. I'm urban. I'm militant, and I'm going to get things done. I'm going to get things done. And people don't have to like me because my father, I somehow think my father likes me. Honestly, because he's tough love, bro. Tough love. My father put me in a prison. You understand this? In Florida. I was in Okaloosa, CI. You might want to check. I was in Okaloosa, CI in Florida. From 2007 to 2011, my father told me to take over the whole prison. Ask around. Did I take it over? How did I take it over? Was I stabbing people? No. The blood gang out there in Florida, they know me well. They honor me. So I just want everybody to understand this is my story. This is where I stand with it. I respect everyone's viewpoints. I understand. But having open dialogue, being rational, and saying and coming to rational conclusions, that's what I want us to be back on as black men. To be able to analyze something, say, okay, Eric, well, let me go pull this information, I'll get back to you. And if you have some tough questions, or I have to have some answers, so be it. And that's where I stand on. And I thank everybody for their time. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. I want to thank you, brother Eric Farad Muhammad, for stopping and spending some time with us. And as I told you in the email, we want to open up right now, before you leave, we want to open up the forum to questions. I haven't seen any questions. Anyone has any questions for Brother Eric, put them in the chat room. We're simulcasting right now on Angel Snub Nub 7 YouTube channel. This is Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry YouTube channel. Also our Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry Facebook channel and all its affiliates. I know there's a lot of haters out there. They want me to have one subscriber and get one view. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And if it wasn't for our 100 channels being terminated, I should have, I'm not going to say, because of my message, I'm not going to say I should have 1 million subscribers and all like that. I should have 40, 50, 60,000 people. At the time, at the height, before YouTube started harassing me, I was getting 300 subscribers a month. And that was that's going back to 2009. So how many, if I was averaging 300 subscribers a month, going back to at least 2009, how many subscribers would I have now had they left me alone? And even in recent times, a couple of years ago, they took down my channels. Every time I turn around, they always take it down my channel. You should wonder, and you should ask a question. Even Google itself, I had to take Google to court, and you can look that case up on the internet. I had to take Google to court. Why would a corporation, $1 billion corporation, why would they take the time to mess with a nobody who you say only get 10 subscribers, who only has 10 subscribers and only get 10 views on a video. Why you keep messing with me? I am telling you the reason.
Well, I want to say this to you, brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say this to you on that. So, you know, you can just look at the numbers. For example, I on one of my channels I have 36 subscribers. They said, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at my views for the overall content, I got 142,000 views. It doesn't make sense. You understand? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I did something called the Maki Tapes Illuminati Message to the Streets. You have all types of rap videos with curse words and everything else. I'm just having a conversation with my urban children or the urban individuals on the street and their linguistics, and they put a parental notice on that, right? To where you have to sign in at age and older. Anybody can check that out. And I still did 8.3 thousand views. And you know when the FBI, when they picked me up, you know what they always bring up or talk about Maki Tapes. They always do. They say, why do you put that out? Well, why don't you stop? Right? Then they took it down. They took it down, but I had it saved in my email, and I was able to put it back up. But you gotta understand, propaganda at this point, like I stated to you, propaganda is very controlled. Individuals that are trying to, one of the greatest things about social media was when it gave people voices and the opportunity. What ends up happening is when you start making waves, they're either going to try to discredit you, brother, or they're going to try to buy you out. There's either way, right? So with sponsorships, so on and so forth. But then with those sponsorships comes along, you can't do this or you can't do this. You understand? This is what's happened to my economic reign and to some of the women that I dealt with and the mother of my children. I want to just state this. Some of you ladies want me to sell out the overall of my people for your own individual, what you want to be, what I want to call your own individual selfishness of, well, as long as we're all right.
Yeah.
There are sacrifices that have to be made, and that nothing was wrong with my mind mentally. I had to make tough choices and walk away from millions of dollars. But the end goal here now, and we have been talking about it, is pay us what we're worth. Not only going back to reparations and everything else, but going back to this, like I stated to you, communication. Us as black folks have to be able to sit down at the round table and have logical discussions, even if you disagree, or I might disagree with your points. But if you make a solid point, I don't have to like you, or I can love you to death. But if you make a solid point and it's there, I have to admit that at some point, if I have to go back, regurgitate that information, and say, let's have a further discussion on that. We as black folks, this is the last step that we have to do for our communities, for our government, because this is what we don't do. We only put each other down. It's not about, forget the emotionalism of it, it's about results. So once we come together and have these round table conversations, and we let everybody speak, and then we analyze this information, and we then as a group collectively say, well, this is how we see it as a group. And we might certainly see things different as an individual, but this is how we see it as a group. This is one thing that the Caucasian does do well, that we have not mastered, and which we need to get to at this point. And I hopefully, and I preferably, because one thing about me, and I would say this, people tell you, I'm a loyalist. Regardless, if I come on your platform and you give me an opportunity to speak my truth, and you, like we said, we don't have to agree on everything, right? But if you accept truth or you put forth truth, then I'm going to help. It's my duty to help my brother and aid my brother to success. But we have to stay on the right and straight path. This is what the devil is not. That's what they don't do. The devil to me is not about colors. The devil is a liar, the deceiver. The devil is the one that will murder you over telling the truth, that will push you down for telling the truth. This is who the devil is. So when I call out the devil, I'm calling out those individuals that push that agenda, that even when they're caught with their hand in the cookie jar, so this is where we're at right now with the situation in California, their hands caught in the cookie jar. You broke multitude of laws, you lied on my name, and then you're like, please back up, Eric. No, I'm not backing up. That's where we're at, and I'm thankful for you. And may Allah bless you, regardless of what. Another thing I'm gonna say this. Taking this path, as some of us did, like you said, you were a former member of the Nation of Islam, it's like going down the rabbit hole. Once you think you have it, another door opens up that's going to question and challenge your belief systems. That's all. It's a journey. There's been I've had some very tough conversations with the Orthodox Muslims. I was told, 2013, Eric, you got to denounce Master Farad. That's shriek. I've had to have some very tough conversations around the board, but that's for another day. Mm-hmm. This is not for the weak, gentlemen. I am not weak. I am not soft, and I am not insane, even a little bit. But war will have an effect on you. War will have an effect on your ideology, how you maneuver, and you will not play with people. There's no reason to. So I thank you again. I'm going to put you back to the floor. Everybody has any questions? I want it open. I'm going to be doing more podcasts, not every day or anything of that nature, but it's time because this is a very serious situation. I mean, if you knew what I knew, or you see some of the things that some of the public, even out here in Richmond, are picking up on. And I thank you, folks.
Yeah, did you say that your tapes, what do you call it, the Mahafi tapes? What did you call it? Is that on YouTube?
No, the Mahdi, they're on YouTube, but the best way to find them is you go right into Google or the search engine and type in MAHDI tapes.
Oh, the Mahdi tapes. Oh, the Mahdi tapes.
Yeah.
Let me make a note of that.
Yeah. And that series started, I think I did the first one in 2013. When I was still a CEO, and it runs all the way up to like 2023, 22, and it gives you some background. I made some predictions. You got to understand, brother, how this all started for me as far as the occult thing, was that I made a prediction on Twitter of an earthquake happening in 2014, 6 months in advance. Actually on Twitter, which was, 6 months in advance. Somebody asked me to do it on Twitter. I did it. 6 months later, to the day, the earthquake happened. I called it San Francisco 6.0, August 14, 2014. It hit. Now, they took down my Twitter that day. The people that asked me to do it claimed that they were from NASA. I don't know who they were, but they said, well, we need to do a controlled experiment with you. If you could do it here on Twitter, if you hit this, then we'll all know you have these abilities, and then we can move forward. You'll go into the scientific journal review, and then we can have scientific conversations. I thought that was a great idea. That was a setup. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can't trust these people. They took down my Twitter, and that's when after that, Eric's insane. No, but there's a lot of people, there's a lot of white folks and I kept some of the documents on the Mahdi tapes, I kept that information when other people across the world were saying like, yo, this guy hit that, he hit it. He actually made that prediction, and he hit it to the day. He not only did he pick the city, he picked the side, and he picked the date. I did. I prayed on it. And I gave them an answer, and I forgot about it. 6 months later, it hit. But this is what I'm saying to you is that's nothing. Those people don't want us to know how powerful we truly are. It is us. It's inside of us. We are the builders of the pyramid. I've always been astounded by pyramids, and I knew that we built them, but I knew we didn't build them using the mathematics and the science that they're teaching us in the modern day. So yes, I jumped down the rabbit hole. But you jump down that rabbit hole, brother, understand you're going to be strong. You're going to be your beliefs are going to be challenged, and everything you love, because the women and children, that's not necessarily for them.
Well, this is the
it's not for them.
This is the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. And I I don't deal with beliefs. I don't deal with beliefs, so I'm not worried about nobody challenging my beliefs. You can disagree with me or whatever, but I'm dealing with facts. So I stand upon only the facts. I don't deal with belief. I don't deal with gods and this magic and all this type of thing. I don't deal with some sucker foreign religion. Here I am. I'm supposed to be, you're supposed to be so smart. And you all this, but you need some sucker's Holy Quran. You need some sucker from overseas that need to take a passport. I'm God, but you need to get on a boat, get on a passport, and bring yourself over here and try to teach me. You can't teach me nothing. You can't. What kind of power you got? And then they run you out of town. You got all this power that you talk about that you got. It's been almost 100 years. Ain't nothing that you done changed. You have no power. You're still saying the same thing that you were saying back in 1930. Where is the power? If God controls the weather, then control it. Only thing you doing is basically just saying something after the fact. Well, God didn't. There's no evidence your God made no blizzard. Now, if you want to impress somebody, this is summertime, going on fall. Bring a blizzard, Mr. God. Bring a blizzard. Now you got the people attention, because damn, where the hell did a blizzard? Now, it's hot in the summertime. Oh, but it's summer. It's summer. Of course, it's supposed to be hot. And it can be 200 degrees. Y'all, it's summertime. No, you bring a blizzard, since you can control all this kind of stuff, then you bring a blizzard in the middle of summertime. That's what you need to do. If you can control the wind, then I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
No, I didn't say anything. I hear you.
Right. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
You're right. You're right. So I think
didn't say anything.
To do.
No, I didn't say anything. I let you talk an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And you wasn't asking a question.
With you.
Right. Okay. Now
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. So now we bringing all this magic and we calling ourselves all these Israelites and all this stuff from foreign. If it was not for translation, you couldn't even read the Quran. You don't know nothing about them people over there. How did you get from over there over here? Them people don't have nothing to do with us. We some Israelites. Ain't no people. Going back to my notes, you was talking about the president of Egypt, Anwar Sadat. That's during my lifetime. I remember when the man said it back in the day. It was a broadcast with President Jimmy Carter, Anwar Sadat, and Menachem Begin. And Anwar Sadat told Menachem Begin said, "Isn't it wonderful how we get together after your people in prison mine and whatever?" And Anwar said, "I don't know nothing about. We don't have no record of no stuff like that. What you talking about, man?" And of course, not too long after that meeting, Anwar Sadat was assassinated. But I don't deal with foreigners' religion. How you gonna? Even the Europeans, even the slave master gave us Christianity. How did they get that? All this stuff came from the Middle East, Africa somewhere. How did the Europeans get all caught up and they got European name? It's all a bunch of baloney. They got brainwashed. All of us got brainwashed by this religious garbage. These people didn't exist. They always had one name. Prophet Muhammad, Noah, or whatever. Where their modern day relatives? Where their burial sites at? It's nothing but stories and fairy tales. I am not interested in magic. Because ain't no magic. It was nothing magical that put us in the situation that we're in here. Had nothing to do with magic. They had boats, they had guns. That was the magic that they used to put us in the situation that we're in. Had nothing to do with no magic, spells, or whatever. You got people, you got people talking all this magic voodoo stuff, and they dropping bombs on you. Where is your magic and your voodoo when these bombs are dropping? The people in Gaza believe in Allah. Why aren't Allah stopping all the bombs from dropping? Of course there's an excuse. well, Allah is allowing this to happen because they hypocrite. Some excuse. Let me speak. I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you. I'm not asking you no question. I'm giving a commentary.
No, I know that.
I'm giving a commentary. I let you talk for an hour and a half, and I didn't say anything.
Angel.
I took notes. I took notes down.
Okay,
and I did not. Don't interrupt. Why do they always gotta interrupt me? Because you got a problem with what I'm saying or whatever. Let me. You talking about mother planes and all like this. No, I let you talk. I let you talk. I did not interrupt you. Take your note. If you're so smart, and you're so intelligent, then why don't you do what I did? While I'm talking, take down your notes and say, brother, you said such and such, and you said this and that and that. I'm gonna let you speak. Don't interrupt nobody. You talking all see, this is the hypocrisy. I keep talking. Now this man here talking about we need to get together and talk. He cannot even allow me. I allow this man to come on my platform and speak for an hour and a half. And before I can even it never ceases. It's no surprise. Every time I begin to talk, every time I begin my commentary, they got to start talking. They got something big to say. I let him talk. I let you talk. I let you talk for an hour and a half. I didn't ask you no question.
Now, brother, if you had a question,
I didn't ask you no question. I'm giving you a commentary. If I have a question, then I'll give you the mic back.
I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated with you because
you should be frustrated because you fake.
Hold on.
Because you fake.
Listen, you don't lose.
You are fake,
brother. Don't lose your. Hold on. I can speak calm and quietly when you.
You can speak. You can speak. No, you can speak.
Open up the floor
for questions. I didn't ask you no question. I didn't ask you no question.
Then you did.
Put in the chat room. Did I ask you a question? Ask them put in the chat room. Put in the chat room. Did I ever? Nobody asked you no question. There's no questions in the chat room. I didn't ask you no question.
You're losing right now.
You cannot hold your tongue
You're making
for a few minutes.
For these people right now.
I let you talk.
Watching this said
exactly.
You let me talk, brother. I spoke, and if you had asked
for an hour and a half. As soon as I begin to talk, I let you talk completely. I let you say whatever you had to say completely for an hour and a half. And as soon as I begin to make my point, as soon as I begin to make my commentary, then you
commentary, brother.
There is no question.
That's ridiculous. Brother, you asked why were we doing this?
You interrupted my comment. You let me speak. You see this?
Ain't no propaganda thing.
You see this, brother Khalil is in the chat room. I let this man speak an hour and a half. As soon as I began to give my commentary, as soon as I began to put my cards on the table, he got to interrupt me. Why I can't say what I gotta say? Why I can't say what I gotta say? You sit back in the cut and listen. Because what you gotta say is more important than what I have to say. That's the reason why.
I had a question. That's all I had. I had a question about something you stated, and that's it.
And you can give it to me after I shut the hell up. You can't wait till I shut up and give you the floor. Because you're not smart enough.
Brother.
You're not smart enough to make notes.
Yes, brother,
You're not smart enough to make notes.
I've been on here. No, black man. I'm not going to get in a disrespectful thing. You're losing control. I'm not.
Yeah, you losing control. You losing control. I'm losing control. Don't tell me I'm losing control. I let this man speak. See, I let this man speak for an hour and a half. No, I'm losing control because you're disrespecting me. You're disrespecting me in my house because what you gotta say is more important.
You stated that
I did not say anything.
Eric, you speak, then we're going to open up the floor for questions for you.
Nobody asked you no question.
Format.
Nobody asked you no question.
Give it a comment. everybody that can rewind.
And I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. You didn't give me an opportunity. I have a whole page full. I have a whole page full of questions. You didn't give me an opportunity to bring it to you. You upset. You upset. Look, let me tell you something.
I'm not upset, brother. I'm not upset.
Well, shut up then. Shut up.
You can't even stick to your form. You can't even stick to what.
If you're not upset, then shut up and let me do my program.
This brother about to have a heart attack right now. Y'all see this?
What? No, I'm being me.
They were going to open up the floor for questions for you, and I said that's fine. Then he went on a rant.
Right, now shut up.
Like, actual fact. Actual facts. No, brother, you shut up, because I'm in control.
How you control? I can cut you off right now. How the hell you in control? And since I'm in control, since you're Mr. God, bring your happy ass back on when I cut you off.
Anybody watching this brother right now would say, Eric is calm, Eric is handling his business. That brother over there to the left is acting like a damn fool. I'm guaranteeing your wife, anybody's gonna watch it, you looking like a damn fool right now. I'm not. I didn't raise my voice to you.
Okay, we gonna do this. We gonna do this. Did I or did I not let you speak for an hour and a half? Yes or no, sir?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now.
Then you stated to me.
Now.
Hold on.
Now.
I answered your question. Now, hold on.
Go ahead.
No, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Shoot.
Then you said, open up the floor. Then you said, we're going to open up the floor and we're going to ask for questions for you. So don't set the
exactly.
Then try to change them.
Exactly. Now.
See, now we'll get on you.
Now.
I'll get on you.
Cool. Now. Okay, now. What was the question? What was the question? Okay, exactly. Now, what was the question brought to you?
Right or wrong. So there, when you start questioning my father, you started questioning my father.
See, there we go. Your father. You don't have no father. You don't have no father.
Right or wrong. Did you call my father a fool, right or wrong? Right? And then you say, oh,
I don't know your father.
I was never
I don't know your father.
I never insulted you.
What question? What question?
On your platform.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Respect is the most important.
This is what I'm talking about.
Respect. So then you come in with this dialogue disrespectful. I question says,
how am I disrespectful? I gave you an hour. I gave you an hour and a half, and you did not say nothing to you.
You didn't give me anything. I spoke for an hour and a half because I decided to do that. You could have interrupted, asked me.
I did not interrupt you. I don't do that.
Hold up. You said, brother, then you stated, now you're going to open up the floor.
Exactly.
Any questions. You
exactly.
Didn't your commentary or anything in nature.
Exactly.
So I thought we were doing the question and answer based off what you said. So if you ask a question, you asked about 3 questions.
You didn't give me a chance. You didn't give me a chance to ask no question. You start cutting me off. You start cutting me off.
Brother, you said.
I wish we could do a replay. I wish we could do a replay. You started cutting me off almost immediately.
Brother, you said if we control the weather. Listen, you said if we control the weather, why don't we make it, a winter storm? And I said, I agree with you. Right? I agree with you.
Right, you cut me off. And you cutting me off.
Brother, you don't want that. That's not cutting you off.
You are cutting me off.
A conversation. That's called a conversation. That's what I'm talking about. The whole point of my conversation.
You cut me off. I gave you an hour and a half to talk. What you cutting me off for?
Brother, obviously, what's your education level?
Don't worry about my educational level. I can find. I'll tell you about my. I will tell you about my educational level. I'm capable.
Your education level now is being emotional. I'm not being emotional.
Oh no, you're not. No, I'm telling you what happened. What the hell you cutting me off for?
How you gonna tell me what's happening when I was a part of it? And everybody can play.
Go ahead. I shut up. I have no questions for you. I have no questions for you. Go ahead and talk, cause that's what you want to do. Look, let him talk. I ain't gonna say nothing. Look, there you go. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk.
Brother, I'm just gonna say this to you.
No, good. No, yeah, go ahead and say it. I'm just gonna shut up.
You got a question.
The floor is yours.
You said you were talking around the circles. You said
the floor is yours.
1930.
Go ahead.
You said, did we? You said, oh, my father. I respect very much so, Father. My father, Michael Farah Muhammad, so put a name on it. When you started your rant, you said, and he came in 1930. I'm Arabic and black. I'm not 100% black. I'm not 100% Arabic. But my forefathers, who were black, or as we call Israelites,
Prove it.
all of the prophets,
Prove it.
100% black.
Prove it. Prove it.
Prove it.
Your forefathers.
To Ishmael, to all the prophets were 100%.
You ain't related to nobody. Prove it. Where the paperwork at? Where the paperwork at, sir?
What you mean?
What I mean?
What paperwork you need? You need a DNA?
No, I want the paperwork.
We can do a DNA test. I don't have any problem with a DNA test.
Who your relative? Name one of your relatives. Name one of your relatives over there. Name one. Name one.
Amir Khan.
Who?
AKK. Amir Khan.
Who?
Amir Khan. That's one of my relatives.
Amir Khan.
Amir Khan. You know that.
What's their telephone number? What's their telephone number? I'm gonna call them right now. What's the telephone number?
He's your Facebook friend. He's your Facebook friend. AKK. He's right.
No, I want to call him. What's his telephone number?
Call him on Facebook. Call him. I'm not giving you my cousin's number. Call him.
A cousin born in America, right?
No, he wasn't born in America. He was born in Afghanistan. Okay.
He was born in Afghanistan.
I'm talking to you. He's right now. He's talking to you right now.
What?
You're not related. You're not related.
You ain't nobody. That man ain't no related to you, man. Get out of here. You ain't related.
I'm not related to the Khans.
You ain't related to that man.
How?
You ain't related to in Afghanistan. You ain't related to nobody. If I'm related to somebody, I can show you. I will call you. I will call them right now, and I will show you by paper how I'm related to them. You can't show that.
Get that fuck out of here, man. You know what? Now you're playing with our intelligence. Now you telling me my sister, if I call my sister right now, I gotta show some paperwork, how I'm related to her. Get your crazy ass out of here. That's not how black folks operate, and you're not gonna bring this to this table.
Yeah, your sister born in America. Your sister born in America.
Your ass up right now,
your sister born in America.
Listen, Angel.
You ain't.
Shut up.
You are not related to nobody in no Afghanistan.
You're being disrespectful, bro. See, your emotions again. You can't prove. Look at me. Do I look 100% black to your punk ass? Huh? You punk? You ain't making me disrespectful. Do I look 100% black to you? Do I? My sister. Have you ever seen a picture of my sister? You want to see a picture of my sister? My sister in America? Why does she look white?
I already know that.
She look white?
You don't have nobody in no foreign country. You ain't related to nobody in no foreign country. Get out of here. And you can go back 100 some years. You can't show no stuff. And I got so many notes on you. I got so many notes on you. You said that you never been convicted, but then you was in prison and was teaching people for I don't know how many years. That means you had to be convicted.
Brother, you're a liar.
That's what you said.
I went to prison in 2001. I got one felony conviction. You don't take good.
You said you had no felony conviction. You said you had no felony conviction.
I haven't had conviction since 2001. You're not even getting notes. Anybody that's watching this,
I wrote the note down.
You're wrong.
You said you have no felony conviction. Okay, so get it straight then. Let's clarify.
Bro, you're lying.
Okay, I'm lying. No, I'm mistaken. I'm not lying. No, I'm mistaken. I'm not lying. There's no need to lie.
Okay, it just shows.
Why should I lie? Why should I lie? Why should I lie?
You're not prepared.
Why should I lie?
You got it wrong. You just got it wrong.
Okay, so let's clarify. Okay, okay, you have no felony convictions, right? You have
I have one.
One.
From 2001, like I stated in the conversation.
Okay, but you in a. Okay, but you in a halfway house right now, right?
No, I don't live in no halfway house.
What is that? You said some kind of reform center, something like that. What you saying?
Re-entry center for anybody that's got out of prison or
right. Okay, if you just got out of prison,
or wherever you
I
get.
didn't get out of prison, brother. I just stated to you in this conversation, calm down, that my house got raided 12 weeks ago by the FBI. I was held for 3 days in the conversation, and the charges are pending.
And
they never moved forward with it.
And they never went forward with it.
I told you.
And they put you
my house got raided.
Right. Okay. Anybody to get their house raided,
they didn't put me
then they're gonna put you in
the reentry center.
How did you get into the reform center or whatever? Why are you there?
Well, because Pat Sims, he runs it. He
runs what?
He's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim.
I walked in. He's just a nonprofit. Yeah, I walked in. No, they didn't put me anywhere. I came here myself.
You came on your own.
When I got out.
Okay.
I refused to go home. I refused to go home. I have a house in Sacramento, and I stayed in Richmond. I owned the store next door with the Muslims, the Yemen Muslims that you said not my family. I'll go over there after this to introduce you to them. They're all Arabs, all of them. The people that finance my store right next door to this place, I own the store.
Right, they're your biological relatives. They're your biological relatives. But that's what I'm saying. So that's what I was telling you. How are they?
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I said that I have connections all over the world, and yes, I have family. Yes, but the Yemen Muslims.
But they're not biological.
Next door, my store is financed by the Yemens. The only reason they finance me is because I'm Arabic and black. Facts.
Exactly.
They don't finance me because I'm black. Because I'm Arabic black. I have $500,000 worth of equipment and merchandise over there that I didn't pay $1 for. So they financed it all.
Exactly. But they're not your biological relative.
Who? I mean, the Yemen Muslims that are supporting me right now, no, they're not. They're not my family.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a Khan.
Okay, right.
I'm a Khan.
Right.
I'm a Khan. Right.
Okay,
so
now.
Khans, that was the Fuad's original name before we switched to Fuad. Our name was the Khans. That's what we are. We're a very well-known Islamic family that we're all over the world. Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay, that's facts. Okay.
And my father had connections all over the world. Facts. And he told me. What my father told me?
What's your grandfather? Okay, what's your grandfather name then?
Alonzo.
No, I'm talking about. Okay, okay. See, I'm confused. I'm confused. So let me try to get this right. Okay. Because you said I disrespect your father and all that type of stuff, whatever. Okay, because
you did, but I'm not.
No disrespect meant. We need to get some clarifications here. Because see, I didn't want to go down, do this, but we're gonna have to do it this way, and give you the questions that you want. And hell with my commentary. Let's do this like we're in a court of law. Let's do this like we're in a court of law. Okay, so first of all, you say that you are the son. You're saying that you're the son of Fard Muhammad. Are you saying biological or spiritual?
Biological.
Okay, now, so my next question is, who is your grandfather?
He'll be a father.
You said Master Fard Muhammad is your biological father.
Yes.
So, I'm asking you, who is your grandfather? Who is his father?
Alfonso.
Who?
Alfonso.
Alfonso what?
Alfonso.
Alfonso.
His right now. His mama's name was Baby G.
Wait a minute. His name is Alfonso. His name is Alfonso Muhammad.
Yes.
And he came from what? Utah.
I was taught that his father was 100% black. That's what he told me, or
exactly.
He was Arabic and black, and his mother was white. Right?
Exactly.
His mother was white. So his father was black and Arabic. So that's how I was taught.
Okay.
I was taught that we come from the secret mystery school that.
No, I'm not. It ain't talking about. I'm not. No, I don't have to be taught. You talking about?
I'm just telling you what my father told me. Hold on. You asked the question.
Okay.
So we come from oral history. there's not necessarily written history. It's called oral history. Right or wrong. So when you're
okay, Alfonso lived where?
Grandparents and your parents.
Okay, so Alonzo lived where? Not in America.
Alfonso. No.
Okay, so where did he live? Where was he born? Where was he born?
Mecca.
Mecca.
What I was told.
Okay. You was told. So what is the name of his wife or the white woman that he messed with?
Baby G.
Her name is Baby G.
Baby G.
Her name is Baby G.
Baby G.
And she lived in Mecca too.
Baby G.
And she lived in Mecca too?
No, she's from the Caucasus Mountains.
So how did he meet his wife or the woman that eventually?
I never asked.
You don't know. You don't know what happened. Where in the Caucasus? Okay, where in the Caucasus Mountains did she come from?
I never asked.
What part of Mecca did he come from?
Never asked.
You never asked who they are. Okay. You don't know those things. You never asked.
You don't, because I'm gonna tell you to give you more information about that. The reason I never asked is because there's so many amazing things going on with this man. My interaction with my father, because I met him through extraordinary circumstances and situations. I've always been known as a different type of child. So I don't expect people to understand.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, he's your father. How is he your father when Wallace Farad Muhammad was here in 1930? And how old are you?
I'm 49.
Okay, so you're 45. Okay, okay, you're 45. That means you're 49. 49.
49, bro.
Okay, you're 49. So that would make you 1973. You are
74, brother.
You're a 1974 child. So how did Farad Muhammad, who was born how did Farad Muhammad, who was born in 1877, end up with your mother in order to produce you?
Okay.
Do you know how old he would? Do you know how old he would have had to be?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I ask a question for you. So Honorable Elijah Muhammad stated, Wolf D. Muhammad stated that Master Farad Muhammad was in Chicago in 1974. He lived with the messenger. Now check that with the actual believers.
Well, the Farrakhan people said that man
is Chicago.
They said that man is not.
No. I said Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Wolf D. Ask any of the Orthodox Muslims, they will tell you he lived with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in Chicago at his house. Wolf D. said he was his tutor. Right or wrong?
I understand that now. So how did your mother?
So that answers your question.
Okay, no, not totally. How did your mother meet and want to deal with an old man like Farad Muhammad?
Stop. Okay, so let me ask you a question for you. My mother couldn't have children.
What?
My mom couldn't have children. My mother cannot have children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying
my
is...
My sister's adopted.
Okay.
So my sister's adopted. My mother couldn't have children. Nobody knows how I was born. My mother says...
No, we know how you was born. Somebody was doing some ding-a-ding, ding-a-ling-a-ling. And all of us come that way.
Brother,
all of us come that way.
Brother, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me.
All right.
You're not hearing me.
Okay.
I don't know about the next man. All I can tell you from when I wasn't here. Well, I was here. I was born.
Yeah.
My mother could not have physical children. My sister was adopted. My sister is 2 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
My mom adopted her because she could not have children. Now, there's two men. My name is Eric Montgomery Perkins. James Perkins is a very notorious known gangster in Chicago that dealt with the Blackstones. That's why I have a relationship with the Blackstones. Ike Montgomery was a very notorious drug dealer in Chicago. Both of them claimed me as my son. I had my DNA test done at 18 years old. It came back Arabic.
It came back what?
Not black. I am Arabic.
You
I
came
am not black.
Arabic.
I came back that I am. That's why I have no problem presenting any DNA evidence to anyone.
Arabic is not a race of people. That's a language, sir.
Bro, brother, I understand that, but I'm talking about as far as our dialogue, as far as coming from the Middle East, so Arabic, the people, when we say, the people of Ishmael, I am from their lineage.
Ishmael
from
who?
The DNA test.
Ishmael who? Ishmael who?
Brother.
No, Ishmael who?
Listen, from the line of Ishmael.
From the line of Ishmael. And he lived where?
That's how.
And he lived where?
In the Middle East.
In the Middle East.
He lived in the Middle East, bro. That's correct.
And how did?
But that's how the.
Okay, how did his people get over to the United States of America and end up on American Negro?
Who? What do you? Yo, listen, brother.
How did Ishmael's people get to the United States of America?
I'm gonna give you a history lesson here. Understand it. I'm gonna give you a history lesson because obviously we all need one real quick. The Israelites, which were only black folks, the kings of the time, we ran the world. We had all the secrets that you want to call what you call magic. We were very powerful beings. We upset the hierarchy.
Okay,
we got in trouble.
You giving me a history? Wait a minute, you giving me a? Wait a minute, you're not giving me a history lesson.
Hold on,
where is you getting this history from? You saying that it's a history lesson,
brother.
Where is you getting this history from,
brother?
Where are you getting the history from?
Our history, okay, brother. Our history is not their history.
Okay, I understand
that. When we say secret, mystery school, secret means hidden. This is not something you're not going to find in a book. It's only what we can tell you.
And how would you know since you didn't live then?
Because show and prove.
How can you connect the dots? How can you connect the dots without any type of documentation information when black people were slaves in this country for 300 years, sir?
There was before that, we went around establishing all these nations.
What we?
Every nation in this world was our children. Hold on. The Arabic people are our children, brother.
Arabic is not Arabic is a language, sir. It's not a people.
No, brother. I said the Arabic people. Stop it.
Arabic is a language. It's not a people.
Brother, listen to me. Hear me out. Every nation of people on this world, we are their fathers. We are their fathers. We fathered them. We are the original people.
Hold on a second.
How we got to this position?
Hold on a second. I think I got Brother Khalil. Brother Khalil, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, did you want to ask Brother Fard?
I'm here, sir.
Did you want to ask Brother Fard a question, whatever? Because I think he's sick of me in my question.
With peace and abundance and peace and prosperity to everybody that's on the show.
Yes, sir. Of course.
That's number one. When the brother was breaking down, speaking about the lineage of Master Farad Muhammad, Farad only means obligated and duty. Secondly, the lineage of Farad, it doesn't go back to Mecca, Arabia. There's no proof of anything. It goes back to Pakistan or India.
Yeah.
We would say that much if we're going to be. That's the proof.
Yeah. The proof of that.
Think about it. Okay. The task weed.
Think about it. No.
The task weed now that he came with, okay, he came with a Sufi manner. We all know that the Muslims in Mecca, Arabia don't agree with the task weed with the Sufis. How you teach it, man is God, God is man. Now listen to what I'm saying now. Now, you know that they don't.
Brother, stop. First thing first. The Sufi masters, how did the Sufi masters get from Mecca to what we would call Iraq? How did we get there? See, I know our history. You don't seem to know. We are the masters. The masters are, do you know what a Sufi means? It means the family of the prophet. That's what the true sword is. We're the the secrets that Ali had, that brother Ali had with the Quran. So you're not dealing with somebody that didn't study, doesn't know what he's talking about. So don't we go all over. We are known, the green one, Al-Qadir. You know who Al-Qadir is? The green one. He was a Sufi master before there were, he talked about in the Quran. He's talked about in the cave. He's the one that taught Moses, right? He was a master of masters, but he had no name in the Quran. You understand? These are secret society. They're not something that the average person, unless you have this information, would be given. You don't know where we're from unless we tell you where we're from.
No, we know. The lineage showed that Farad was from Pakistan.
Exactly.
Secondly, brother, his lineage that he's no near, he's not tied to the Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah. He's not tied to the Prophet ibn Abdullah.
Khalil, I'm asking you a direct question here. You said we. No. I want to know who we is, and I want to know where you got this information.
It's been historically documented fact. People don't put out information in books.
See,
they don't put out proving that no lineage prove that Farad came from Mecca, Arabia. There's no proof of that.
Now again, I'm going to ask you again, brother. Who is we? And you said it's. See, that's not going to fly. That's propaganda.
That's not going to listen. That's propaganda saying Khan. Khan is not a name that's used in Arab. It's not used in Arabia. That's used mainly from Pakistanis and Hindus and Bangladesh. People use that name, brother.
I even know that.
You contradict yourself a lot of times, bro.
Once again, where did Pakistan, the word Pakistan come from, brother? See, that came from the Europeans.
But that was India. That was India.
See, brother, I'm going to let you know, you're dealing with one. As far as my family history and the secrets, everything else.
Yeah, it's a secret, all right.
I understand.
It's a secret.
We can have a rational conversation. Go ahead, brother. We can have rational conversations. But the thing is,
do me a favor, brother Eric. Do me a favor. Hey, brother Eric, do me a favor. Make an earthquake right now. You got all this power, and you know all this stuff. Make it earthquake right now on the live stream.
Now, hey.
Make it
earthquake right now.
Yeah, do it.
If I make an earthquake right now, am I doing it for me or am I doing it for you? Does that make you God or does that make me God?
It don't make no difference who you do it for.
If you tell me, no.
You can't do it. Just do it.
That makes you.
You playing Ring Around the Roses.
For what?
Make an earthquake right now, sir.
No.
You communicate with the mother plane. Tell the mother plane to come to my house. Since you angry with me, tell the mother plane to come to my house and blow my house up.
I'm gonna do something better for you.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing.
I'm gonna do something better for you. Now for the public, since we have the public here, see, the brother doesn't want me to do anything special for him.
No, go ahead. Show me your power.
I am Eric Farad Muhammad, Master 7. No, calm down. I am Master 7. What I will do, the brother asked for an earthquake, but we're going to do even something better. I'm going to give you an earthquake, brother.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to do something even better than that.
Yeah, come on.
So, I'm going to make it snow. I'm going to make it snow, like the brother said, in the winter. Now,
you're going to make it snow in summer.
Calm down, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to give you the floor back. We had this happen in Texas. We had a situation in Texas. And we had the same type of thing. So expect the unexpected. I will make it's going to happen in Texas. The weather, I can guarantee you that for you. Blizzard type of environment.
Oh, y'all heard it. Okay, y'all heard it here first.
Hold on.
Snow in Texas in the middle of summer.
Now the earthquake.
Y'all heard it here.
Now the earthquake. Yes, you heard it there first. Now the earthquake. Expected.
No, don't do the earthquake. Don't do the earthquake. Well, that hurt somebody. That'll hurt somebody. Don't do the earthquake.
No. We're gonna hurt people.
Don't do the earthquake. Don't hurt. See, Muslims will get hurt.
Angel. Yeah. Listen to me. See, playtime been done. See, when you look at them tapes that, you know how you talk about there's people that have been watching, they're real loyal to me. They said, damn, Eric, everything this man said came true. I went off, I got something on there called the tornadoes. I said in 2017, 500 tornadoes will hit within the same week.
How long is it gonna take you to do this,
Guess
sir?
what?
How long? No, how long is it gonna take for
I told
you?
next week. No, it's not going to next week.
You said next week?
Within the next week. I can do it now. No, it's going to happen within the next week.
Oh, y'all heard that? This the countdown. Okay, it's July the 25th. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. This July 25th.
I'm going to make you famous.
It's 25.
Calm down. I'm going to make you famous.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you famous. If that's what you want.
Okay.
If that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Now, calm down. Now, hear me out.
And okay.
This is what we want.
And on the 7th day.
No, you can't.
No, what I'm saying, no. Listen, on the 7th day, I want you to come back here and say, look, bro. Okay, I did it.
Angel, shut up for a second. Angel, shut up. Be quiet for a second. When you ask God for something, and He gives it to you, what did you have to then now serve God? Right? Right or wrong? So once this is done, you will work for me at that point, right? Right or wrong?
I will work for you.
You're going to serve me after that, right? No, you're going to do exactly everything I tell you to do because I did this for you, right?
Because you're a bad boy. You prove your point. What good can I say?
Once it's done, Angel, once it's done, I can depend on you like my right-hand man.
No, I don't serve no man. I just want to see if you can do it. No, I don't serve no. I don't serve no man. I don't serve no God. I don't care what you can do. I'd rather be dead. I'd rather be dead. I'm not gonna serve you, sir. I don't care what you do. You can make a tornado. You can do whatever you want to. I'm not gonna serve you.
You just said it. You just said.
I did not say I'm gonna serve you. I did not say. I did not say if you make a tornado or a blizzard, I'm not serving you.
Angel, a deal's a deal, and unfortunately,
that's not no deal. I did not make no deal like that. I don't serve no snooky.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. You sound good. You sound just like Malachi York and the rest of the people. Yeah. I never met no man in history that a grave or a cell can hold. And what you're saying, brother, you sound confident, but you talking delirious. It's not realistic. Brother, like no matter because Farad himself, he had to run. Why did he have to run and hide himself if he had power? Why did he? Right. Not being logical. He had to run. Why did he have to do that? Why didn't he? Listen what I'm saying. You saying that he's all powerful. Listen.
I'm not even going to listen to Khalil right now because
why not?
I got recordings that I've kept that we can put. Hold on. I got recordings of me talking to the FBI because me talking to them and telling them. This is what I'm going to kill you, motherfuckers. This is what's going to happen to you. I kept them all. See, I ain't playing no games. We come back on here, we can play them all. We can play them all, and let's just get it all out on the table. Oh, yeah, they're definitely afraid of me. Yeah.
Why would they be afraid of you? Afraid of you for what?
I kept it.
You ain't done nothing. You ain't done nothing to be for the government to be afraid of you. Brother. What have you done? What have you done to make them be afraid of you? Afraid of you? What have you done? You ain't done nothing.
45, yes, brother.
You ain't done nothing.
You got hey Angel, you got Google. You can I'm
asking you, what have you done?
Hold on, Angel. You get Angel's News or 7. I don't know what you want to call me, but this is what I'm gonna say to you. Do you know that with the technology that we have today, that you could have already, while we've been on this call, you could have took my name, Eric Montgomery Perkins, typed it in, and pulled up my record. Now, if I was on the other side of this, that's what I would have done. It would have cost you $2.99 to pull up all these charges. And because the FBI, CIA, they don't go around telling a lot of these, initially when I catch the case somewhere, they don't tell the judges, they don't want people to know. Every judge that, when they first see my record, they pull up, they always call a prosecutor up front or in the public defender, say, what the hell is this? Hold on, Angel, and I'm going to get the floor back to you. They say, how does he have 50 or 40 goddamn charges of threatening police and he doesn't have any convictions? So, you remind my people, and then that's when they go in the back room and call the FBI or whatever, and that's when they get the information. But my people, this is what I'm concerned about. My own people. Why you can't go check the information, and then that's where we can get from there. That's what
I would like to see the information.
Why would the FBI? All you have to do Because I'm not going to give it to you other than all you have to do is type in.
I'm going to do it right here.
Perkins. 8974. Do background checks. See all the charges.
I'm going to see what I can find
It
on
costs you
Google right now.
$3.
I'm not paying no money.
To pull.
You don't have to pull. You don't have to pay no money to see my record.
Well, to get a professional one, to make sure that the results are accurate.
No. Why don't you put it on?
Anybody?
Why don't you put it on the website or send it to me on my email? Send it to me in my email.
Because it's better that when hold on, brother. I'm asking Steve. See, I could be a fraud. I could be a con man. I could go make up that and put it up there and send it to your email easily. So to make that, I'm asking you, brother, to independently look this stuff up so that it can alleviate me from doing any fraud to try to do any trickery or deception.
I trust you.
I want you to get the actual. I want you to get all actual information. See, that way, that's when my brothers. That's when you can get somewhere because, like you said,
no. What is your case number? What is? Give me a case number.
I put it on Facebook. I put my case on there on that thing for you, and I can pull it up for you again if you need it. But I can pull it up and give it to you again. But it's public. I'm not. My birthday is 8974. I have no problem giving. I don't even care about giving up the social at this time because the feds are all over it. 352-82-8345. Yeah, I just threw out my social because guess what? We're going at it right now. I have nothing to hide.
No, you don't.
Nothing. I'm not afraid of nothing. And if you can pull up, and you pull
okay,
up,
your name is what?
Eric B. I want to be targeted.
It's Edward. It's
No, Eric.
Yeah,
Eric.
Perfect. But you can send me the paperwork. If I want to verify it, I'll just look it on up. If I felt as though that is something funny about it, I just look it up myself. No, I got all my paperwork. I can send it all to you. No problem. Why you got a problem? Just send me the paperwork.
I did it. I put it on Facebook for you.
It didn't say nothing.
I put it in the note.
What was you charged with? It didn't say what you was charged with.
What?
It just said that the case. It just said that the case was.
Khalil, be a little bit more professional. Khalil, be a little more professional because I'm trying to hit a brother. So I can hear what the brother said. Let's get this.
Man, Eric talking about he Farad Muhammad. He's Arabic and
he's an Arabic person. I don't know what an Arabic person is. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Here's the problem. The problem is
that nigga delusional, like really trying to see a 100-year-old man. According to he was born 1974.
Well, how about that, man? And he talking to side. See, this is what I'm talking about. What do we have a conversation for? He's doing cloud shit. This is cloud shit right here.
This what?
This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the stuff I'm talking about. He's talking to having a third-person conversation, trying to make himself look better, but we're trying to get to the actual facts, right? That's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to give you the information so you can look it up, right? And then I can email you.
I don't have to look it up.
I can email you.
What was your charges? What was your charges? You got all these. They just keep messing with you, blah blah blah, but they won't lock you up because you're a bad boy. What are you being charged with?
So here's my charge. So my charges. Okay, so I have here in California, I have terrorist threats to a public official. I have 3 of those, right? And then I have another terrorist threat to the judge in Stockton County. Then I have assault on a police officer. I have criminal threats to terrorist threats to a public official for the 21 case. I also have resisting arrest. With felony resisting arrest.
So they just dropping charges. They just let you do anything that you want to, and they just say, okay, we're just gonna drop the charges. That ain't how the law works. That ain't how the law works.
Pull it up.
I bet you pled not guilty by reason of insanity. I bet you an insane person. I bet you are.
Pull it up.
I'm not gonna send me the paperwork.
Don't bet.
That's exactly what I just said, because he talking about the
because he getting away with
first of all with them charges.
Yeah, you can't have no kind of charges. Yeah,
they would have RICO Act you wouldn't have got no bond. You wouldn't be out.
Brother, sure would.
Right now in California, hold on, calm down, guys. So we just get to this. Right now, in California, I was charged in February with threatening the judge, and right now, if you pull it up, they didn't move forward with the charge.
Why?
Right now,
why they didn't?
It shows
why they didn't.
The pending.
Okay, that's cool.
You gotta ask them.
Okay, that's cool. But
what? Pending, that means that you wouldn't go to trial. Then that don't mean you beat the case.
Exactly.
No, brother. They did not move forward. Listen, they did the raid. It's called. Listen, it's called. I forgot what kind of warrant it's called. It's called what's the name warrant? Where they want to grab material. They want to grab materials, whatever. But when you look at the charges, I gave you the information. This is what's so crazy about.
Okay, no. Let's go back in the past. I'm not talking about the pending. I'm not talking about the pending. You got all these cases.
I was charged in February.
Okay, right. You got all these cases, and all of a sudden they just don't. These people just don't drop stuff, especially on those black people. They just don't just drop stuff. Why did they drop the charge?
Brother, why are you arguing? Listen, we can't speak for them. All we can do is look at the actual facts. All I'm asking my brothers to do.
What did the paperwork say?
We didn't get to that secondary.
What did the paperwork say?
The paperwork says drops. You got it on your email right now.
They always give a reason. They don't just say drop. They don't always. They don't say. They always give a. The court says whenever they come up with a decision, they just don't. Khalil, both of us. I was locked up for 10 years. Everything they do. Everything they do.
Did time.
Yeah.
What they did was they let him go because they consider you mentally ill.
Mentally ill.
I know it. It has to be that.
California,
because you're mentally ill.
You go to mental health court.
You're mentally ill. You don't have to go to no mental health court.
You slip it out.
They letting you slide because you're mentally ill. They letting you slide because you're mentally ill, and you ain't crossed that line yet. You ain't crossed that line yet. When you cross that line, it's over.
Brother, I have serious charges in regular court.
Exactly.
I don't know what to tell you. You can look it up. In California, they have mental health court, brother. I'm not
talking about pending. We're not talking about pending charges. We're talking about the past. How you gonna get away with threatening public officials and all like that? 45 charges, and you're not gonna tell us they just gonna drop the charges for no reason. That ain't how especially California. Kamala Harris was there and let you slide 45 charges. Ain't no way.
Right here.
Khalil, ain't no way.
You know what I mean? This is the email. This email. You see it? What does it say?
I don't care what that email said. I don't care what that email said. That's just between.
It's right there. The charges. The DA dismissed your case today. Best of luck, Casey Donovan.
I saw that. Why?
Okay. Let's call him. Now let's call him right now. We'll call him online.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. That'd be interesting. Let's see. Because apparently you don't even know your own case. You don't know your own case. You don't even know what happened to you.
Yeah, call him and see what he's going to say.
Yeah, I want to see what he say.
Because that's the purpose for you to have that. If
show and prove.
You convicted felon, right?
I'm on the phone. Please be quiet.
No, let me ask you this, brother. You convicted felon,
You know something, Khalil? He probably can't.
I am okay.
He can't do that in the public. He can't, because that's a private. That's client. That's client privilege. He can't tell you. He can't talk to you on the phone like that. That's client privilege. He can't talk. That's against the law. That's against the law.
That's confidential.
Yeah, that's confidential.
My case over. What are you talking about? It's over. It was dismissed.
He cannot tell.
What do you mean?
He can't talk about your case like that over the phone like that in the pub. Case
is dismissed.
That's client confidential. You can't do that. He can't do that. He'll get disbarred.
Brother.
Go ahead. Let's see.
My case was dismissed.
Okay, go ahead. Now that's the only thing he gonna say. He can't go into detail.
Hold on. Brother, my case. Hold on. Casey. No, all I'm stating to you is Casey Donovan works in the criminal division, right? In the public defender's office. They have a whole other division for mental health.
Exactly.
They have mental health attorney.
And that's where you at.
Is not mental health attorney. You can look him up. You can look him up. Okay? P.C. Donovan handles major felony cases in Contra Costa. I'm sorry that this doesn't fit what you want it to fit.
I don't know because I ain't
These
seen it.
people are real people.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
So when people are being disrespectful like Khalil, but they don't have actual facts, when I'm giving them the information, giving them the telephone, now Casey's telephone number, now, hold on. The main thing is, I just caught a new case in February. This had nothing to do with the Casey case, but this is with me threatening to kill the judge again.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Let me ask you a question now, Eric. You been in prison before? You been in prison before, Eric, right?
In 2007 and 2011.
No, I'm saying how many times you been in prison in your life? Okay, you're a convicted felon, so you mean to tell me what did you went to prison for? What would you charge?
What was you being
tied for?
Home invasion.
Okay, so you went to prison for a violent crime, so you want us to believe that you able to be charged like that, and your history is a violent, you got a violent crime?
Hold on, Khalil. You know, hold on, this is what's so crazy. The people that are from Chicago, I'm like real popular. Carmen Christina, the model, that's my ex-girlfriend, Mahogany. I'm like real popular. Like downtown popular. Oh, cool. So here we go. I got a reputation for throwing people through the windows in Chicago. I mean, the system is so crazy. The gangs know me, Money Mayhem. I ain't got a reputation for busting heads. Anybody will tell you, everybody knows in Chicago, Eric don't get convicted for shit. That's my reputation. I'm not on lightweight y'all talking to. I'm wearing my I'm not a business for this. Yes, I've been busting heads. Yes, bro. Yes, they saw me at Bar Louie in Chicago, beat up 3 or 4 guys. Police sat out there, waited till I got done, and took the other people to jail. That's my reputation. Yes, I'm well known. That's why people be looking at y'all like y'all crazy. No,
but Chicago, corrupt city. You got money, you can get away with shit. So Eric, come on now, bro. You know that.
Hold on. Now, Khalil, Florida was fucking with me tough too, right? That's how I got that 5 years on that. Hold on, I did 5 years. They gave me. They thought that was my sentence. My sentence was 5 years in prison, 7 years on paper. Hold on, I got out in 2011. Went on a run. I made $1 million. Y'all know I was rich in 2011. Made $1 million. Went on a run. Didn't get called back up to 2016. Fired my lawyer. Represented myself pro se, and had the whole shit thrown out. Now I ain't even no record of my. Now, if you look up my charges for Florida, they ain't even no record of it.
But I'm saying this to you is that, okay, you saying you beat your charge. I'm saying they know that you known as a violent person. That's your history,
right?
As you see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you said, so you. What I'm saying is that I'm talking about in the legal system. This is what I mean. You're a violent person.
Okay, so when they came to shoot up my house in Antioch, they came with SWAT. They came with SWAT. They came with tech. So what do you think it is? They shut up my house for 3.5 hours.
Hey.
So what do you think? When
Brother Eric.
They came with tanks. Yeah, go ahead.
The chat room said, why does God get charged with crimes to begin with?
Because I'm a man.
You God and all powerful. Why are you getting charged? Why are you spending time in prison?
No.
See, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why are you getting charged with crimes to begin with?
All that matters. Hear me out. Okay. This is what's so crazy.
Yeah, I know.
This was so crazy. You know, this was so crazy is that we did the Clubhouse. They did a much bigger platform had me on there. Clubhouse, WAC 100. I don't know if y'all know who that is. But WAC 100.
Yeah, I know WAC. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you type in God's Illuminati, if you go in there, it's my picture up there, and it shows every room I've been in, right, on Clubhouse. I had a talk with all the gangs and the members and everybody else in 2021, and you look at the rooms and see how many people were in those rooms. A lot more popular people and the gang members all had a lot of respect for me. All those things in Clubhouse are recorded, and you can play them back. Now, I told them what was going to happen. I said, I'm going to go out here in California, I'm going to handle my business, and ain't nothing going to happen to me. And on Illuminati, which I talked to you about, Khalil, which was the Maki Tapes Illuminati, those things are time dated. I told y'all all on the Maki Tapes Illuminati that I was going to be out in California, and I was going to tear shit up, and I wasn't going to catch conviction.
Brother Eric, you sound like a criminal. You don't sound like God. You sound like a criminal.
And now it's known, Eric, that you're a brilliant businessman, brother. I will say that. Now he is the Angel 797. The brother is brilliant as far as being a business person. Eric Farad. This is true because he known for having money, right?
Yeah.
However, what I'm trying to relate to him and what he's saying is that you have a violent criminal history. I'm not buying that you just getting out of shit and you known for being a violent person.
Khalil, but I have a reputation in Chicago. I'm respectful. When you talk this way, I can deal with it. You understand this? I got a reputation. You understand that? You know what I mean? I have a reputation. I date the bad female, but they only deal with me because I'm a gangster. I don't say that. But this is the thing I want to tell you. It's known. Don't cross it. And I'm not talking to y'all, but I'm talking about don't cross E. I had to build that reputation based upon if you mess with me, I'm gonna break your legs, I'm gonna break your arm, I'm gonna break your neck. Now,
okay, see, Eric, how are you God? How are you God when you personally got to break somebody's leg and neck or whatever? Why you got to? I thought you got all this power. Why you got to get involved in all this criminal activity, violent behavior? I thought you was God. Why don't you brainwash somebody and send your sycophants out there to do your dirty work for you? You personally catching charges, you personally getting caught up, but you Mr. God. You know, it don't make any sense. And if it don't make sense, it's not true.
Angel,
it's not true.
I'm asking the question for you.
It's not true.
For you, right? No, I want to ask the question. Listen, that's your belief. And
no, that ain't no belief.
Hear me out.
Why are you personally? If you God, why are you personally breaking people's legs? Involved? Why is God involved in criminal activity? Why is God getting charges anyway? I thought you were a holy and righteous person. I thought you do good things. I thought you were a peace lover. You run around here committing felony crimes, threatening people, and all kinds of crazy stuff. Go ahead.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I answer the question?
Don't make no sense.
That was a great question. Now, here, this is the thing. I told you earlier in this conversation, and I told you, brother, I didn't think nothing my father taught me, right? I believed it, but I didn't, right? I was in the streets. I rebelled against the Nation of Islam and took it to the streets. I wanted to be, when I was 21, 22, be a street lord. That's what I wanted to be. But my father had a different plan, and he told me my plan was his plan. Right? So he allowed me to run around in the streets doing what I needed to do. I stopped, my father told me around 2011, 2012, I had to stop packing guns. Anybody in Chicago will tell you I'm a paranoid individual. I didn't carry guns like that, but my soldiers, we had AKs, ARs, whatever you name. If somebody wanted to bring war to me, I was going to bring some real war. Now let me finish.
You got charges pending on you right now. What you talking about? You got charges pending on you right now, Mr. God.
No, brother. No, brother, hear me out. I said that I threatened the judge, and they said to me, you can do what's called a 72-hour hold. They did a 72-hour hold, and they said that technically, Eric, we don't have to charge you for 5 years. So, yeah, they're not going to charge me, bro. They're not going to do anything.
Nobody, they don't put no timetable on no stuff. That don't even make any sense.
Brother, hear me out. Hear me out. Every time I get charged, have you ever heard the song I made? I made a rap song. My last rap song is all talking about FBI police. I told them if they charge me, I'm going to have the judge killed. That's why I told the prosecutor, if I get charged, if you take me in, I'm going to have your head killed. Yes, the prosecutor of my case in Florida, look this up, Kathy Ray, she's dead. She died while I was in jail in Florida, in Tallahassee. Look her name up. She was a prosecutor. Kathy Ray, she died. She died mysteriously. I was in jail when she died.
Y'all guys all I can say is y'all guys do a whole lot of jail time. I don't know. Y'all guys do a lot of jail time. All these guys.
Listen, bro. Hear me out.
It don't make no sense.
Kathy Ray's dead. And I filed pro se, and they let me go. That's all that matters. Yes, I threaten people. and people end up dead.
Yeah.
People end up dead.
Okay.
Farrakhan's people. Me and Farrakhan got into it. There's a lot of dead soldiers that ended up out. People were.
Who?
There was one of their brothers was standing on the corner in Michigan and got hit with a car and flipped up in the air, and he died. Another 2 brothers were killed mysteriously out here in Oakland and San Francisco. They know what it is. I'm not gonna tell them myself. They dead afraid of me. One man. Now you got the FBI.
Well, that just sound. That just like. That just sound.
One of the brothers that you speak of, he was stabbed to death multiple times. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I had some.
Nobody knows who did it, but you know, but
I know exactly.
Yeah.
And then him and we had some words. Matter of fact, he fucked with my baby mama. Believe it or not. Yeah, Ariel.
Y'all sound like y'all. There's nothing godly about you cats. Y'all just some outright criminals. ain't nothing God about. That's what Malcolm said. Malcolm said the Nation of Islam is a criminal organization.
I see the Benadryl.
Listen, brother. Listen. You can laugh.
It's a criminal organization.
But the bottom line is, ain't no other black man.
What have you done? You doing all this criminal activity. What have you done for the black community? Hell, you in jail most of the time. What do you do for the black community? What do you do for black people and your ass in jail most of the time?
I got one felony. Okay, hold on. What have I done? I got 33 black young men that are CEOs doing black corporations that have black people underneath them that are taking them out of the streets, putting them in suits, stopping them from drinking and smoking, and teaching them corporate business. Actual fact.
That's nice. That's
Actual
nice.
fact. My little brother Will, over 35, and guess who stopped me from doing? Who wanted to stop me from doing that?
The FBI. The FBI.
I got waited. 2011.
But here you a criminal. You a criminal. You making threats against public officials.
Let me ask you a question.
That's crazy.
Criminal activity was I convicted of? What corporation? What business did I have that we were doing criminal activity that I was indicted for?
I don't know.
My employees.
I don't know.
None.
But you said out your own mouth. You just said out your own mouth that you got 45. You got 45. You got 45 counts of criminal behavior.
When the police shoot a black man or a black woman in the face and kill her, y'all niggas do absolutely nothing. It's the people like me. See, the riots, Malik Zulu Shabazz knows about the riots. I'm going to send you the email that I sent to the Emeryville police before the riot, telling them we were.
I have a comment from.
Do nothing.
I have a comment from the chat room.
I
have a comment from the chat room.
Y'all ain't gotta like me.
No, it ain't. You know, you can believe whatever you want to. The chat room said, "This God does everything but demonstrate His power. Going to court means you are under somebody else's power. And then why does God have a baby mama?"
I don't go to court. What court did I go to?
You just said it. You got court papers. Of course you went to court.
Brother.
You got to answer to them.
Brother, I got an email.
You got it. You answer it to them.
I got an email.
They put you in there in jail. You don't have no power.
Philip, why this brother asked me a question doesn't want me to answer? This is the craziest thing. First of all, I got an email.
Yes, it is. It is the craziest thing. You're right.
Hold on. Let me speak. The email from the court. You mean, Eric, you weren't even going to your own court case? No, I wasn't. A felony charge. No, they were emailing me. And they dismissed it by email.
So who was going to court for you? Your lawyer?
Had to.
Yeah, he was going.
Of course.
He had to. Yeah. Somebody had to represent.
Oh, but the thing is, that email, I let y'all, I put it up on your page, let y'all both read it. I told the lawyer, I got a lot of stuff going on with the FBI. I told the lawyer, see, that's who's in control. Me, I was in control. I said, tell the FBI, dismiss these charges for else. You seen that email. The very next email was from the lawyer 3 months later. 3 months later. Charges have been dismissed.
If you was in control, you wouldn't have had no charges to begin with.
Hold on, brother.
I'm wrong.
Brother, did we see the, listen, all we have is the documentation that's in front of us. We can speculate all day long.
If
The documentation states clearly, it's an email. Hold on, brother. There's an email that I released to my good brothers. I put it out there publicly for you, where I wrote a letter to my lawyer stating that I had some serious issues with the FBI, and we were negotiating on the back end. And I told them to go tell the FBI to either come talk to me or drop the charges. The next email we got was not from me. It was from the public defender, Casey Donovan, stating that the charges have been dismissed. And then we also know, if you look at that email, that the FBI indicted the Antioch police very next month. If you look at that email, which is the very next month. Now, that might be coincidence. That might be a coincidence, but it's strange that a person like me would get into it with the police department, Antioch Police Department, death threats flying, and then the FBI don't indict me, they indict the police. That is strange. And then if you look at the timetable, which I gave y'all the email, it was all on the news. It was all on the news, brother.
Well, I got the email. It don't say nothing. The email that you sent me don't really say anything, because look, I was locked up for 10 years. I was locked up for 10 years straight. I became a jailhouse lawyer.
Yeah.
I know how the courts operate. And you telling me about all this stuff?
Okay.
They don't do nothing. Everything the court does. Everything the court does. I'm not gonna argue with you because I know.
So that the public, I'm gonna let the public decide. Here's the email. Okay, the date was 6/20.
Nobody cares about that, man.
Midday. I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna let the people decide.
I'll put the paperwork on my. You don't have to go through all that. I will put the paperwork that you sent me on my website.
I told your supervisor, hold on, I want my people to hear it and let them decide for themselves, brother, not you. Okay? So here's the email for everybody here. Good day. I'll leave you alone to handle your business. No issues with you. I've been having these conversations with FBI. I told your supervisor I've been talking to FBI. She said, why would I do that? This is the nonsense I'm talking about, sir. How does no one ever there know how dangerous this situation is? Please inform the district attorney to inform the damn FBI enough is enough. You are my lawyer, so I can speak freely. I was involved in heavy negotiations, sensitive negotiations prior to my case in Antioch, California. FBI and myself are not friends. We are not allies. They have enough evidence to lock me away for 10 lifetimes. Unbelievable thing. The public has no knowledge. I want this resolved. I want you to go to state's attorney, tell them as my lawyer, your client said FBI come talk to me about our damn issues immediately. I need to be compensated, and this case needs to be dropped immediately. This is enough. I've had enough. I will not entertain this nonsense at all. Please inform the state's attorney to inform FBI I had enough. 9/5/23, I get an email back from Casey Donovan, which I will show so everybody can see. No, there was no other communication. Mr. Perkins. The DA dismissed your case today. Best of luck. Now, when I go to Google, right here, and type in Antioch police indictments, I'm going to show you. This is how I expose them, because they're never going to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go to Google, type in Antioch police indictment.
What that got to do with you? That's something to do with you.
I'm just going to type.
Does that have something to do with you?
That was Antioch.
No, I'm saying, what does that? I don't care about that.
Hold on. No. I'm just tying everything together. August, they were indicted August 18, 2023. Now, if you go back to that last email, they dismissed my case 9/5/23. That's September 2023. It's all tied together, obviously, brother.
We got a comment on the board there.
The evidence came out.
We got a comment on the board for you.
Came out August.
We got a comment on the board for you.
My case was dismissed.
Yeah, I know.
My case was dismissed.
I'm done with your case. I'm done.
And then I'm talking to the lawyer about the FBI involvement and how I'm negotiating with the FBI. And
we got a comment on the board. You see that?
Go ahead.
We got a comment on the board. Fard Muhammad was biracial and looked like a white man. I don't see the resemblance, and how can someone who looks like they're in their 40s, which he said he's 49, be the son to someone who was born in the 1800s?
Okay, now let's address that. I am 5'7" and 3/4 inches. Right? Now, if you take a picture of Farad Muhammad and line me up with that man, I want you to look at 3 elements. Now you can tell if I'm his son. 4, my lips, same exact. The nose to the eyes, same exact. We're the exact same height.
What picture are you using?
That is my father.
What picture are you using?
Use the picture for the Nation of Islam where he's holding the book.
Oh, no, you don't look nothing like that, man. Get out of here. You don't look nothing like that, man. You don't look nothing like that, man.
Brother.
You don't look nothing like that, man. Come on.
Look, hold on. I'm going to show you right now.
First of all, that mean that Master Farad Muhammad is your father. That mean that he was 97 years old when he was born. They would make him be 97 years old, because 1877 to 1974 is 97 years.
And that's erectile dysfunction territory.
Look at this picture, brother. Look at this picture. I want you to look at the main three things that we're looking at is the nose, my eyebrows, and my lips.
You don't look nothing like that,
now,
man.
You
don't look nothing like that, man.
I'm 5'7".
So, I'm 5'7" something.
My father is light skinned. Well, hold on. 5'5". Listen. Look at all I'm saying is nose.
What do your birth certificate say?
Period.
What do your birth certificate say? Who's your father on your birth certificate?
My birth certificate says Eric Montgomery Perkins.
Huh?
Eric Montgomery Perkins. I told you.
Right.
This is what I told you. See, this is that's the problem. Hold on. I'm going to say it so you understand. When you go to prison, in Florida in 2001, they took DNA tests, right? They take your blood. They took your blood. When they got my blood,
yeah,
they started tripping.
I'm pretty sure they
started tripping out.
Yeah, I know.
They started tripping out. Yeah. So when I didn't have a DNA test done,
and found out you had Arabic blood. You had Arabic blood.
I wasn't black. Yeah, I wasn't black.
Arabic is a language.
I went to my mother.
It's not.
Listen, I'm using that. Stop. When I talk about my Aboriginal people,
First of all, you have the Afro-Arab people. You have the Afro-Arab people. So how can that be when that reason of being that you know, for one, you got your, if you let your hair go out, we will see, because I done seen Afro-Arab people from that region, and saying that would make it be that's what you would be considered as an Afro-Arab.
Bro, my hair doesn't grow anymore. Everybody knows, all the girls know that I had that wavy, laid-back hair when my hair grew when I was younger. That's how I was. That's how it was. It was like, oh, you got that good hair. I didn't know what that meant when I was younger, and that meant nothing to me. But it's always been rumored in Chicago and Detroit.
And you talk.
Eric is one of the guys.
And you talk to this man. And you talked to this man, and he visited you, and he taught you too, huh?
Who? Master Farad Muhammad taught me magic. I didn't know. He taught. My father didn't.
He talked to me in magic too. He told me. Master Farad Muhammad told me to create the realities temple on earth, internet ministry, and throw all that stuff away. He talked to me too. If Farad Muhammad can talk to you by magic, he can talk to me by magic. He told me all that's nonsense. Break it all up.
Farad Muhammad was right there in Oakland. He was right there in Oakland teaching as an imam.
Brother, you don't know that for sure. And when you're talking about Muhammad, you're talking about Muhammad Abdullah. Understand that. We've had a lot, and I was out here too. Did you know I was out here? Did you know I was in the Orthodox schools too? In 93, 94, that's what I'm known. I'm known as an Orthodox Muslim and as a nation.
Yeah, he's buried in Oakland. He got buried in 2000. That's where Farad Muhammad is buried at.
He's buried in Hayward. He's not buried in Oakland. He's in Hayward, California. See, this is the thing. I've been out here. That's how we all know each other. That's how Khalid and all know me. I was at the Million. I've always been active. Million Man March, I was there. I was there with Khalid and them in 99, 2000. That's how I'm known. Eric always been there. When the brother said, yeah, Eric's known for having money, I was there supporting. I was there when the brothers didn't have no guns. I was there with the people with the guns saying if somebody wants to get with us, I'm going to shoot them in the head. The Million Man March, I was out there with my soldiers. Yeah, on the front line, we were the ones standing there with the police. I'm talking about when he Farrakhan the first Million Man March. So I've been there always.
Hey, why didn't you bring? Why didn't you bring some food to the Million Man March? Cause the damn shit wasn't none there. Why didn't you bring some bean pies and some bean soup and stuff? Cause they didn't even have no food for the Million Man March. Why didn't you bring some stuff there? Why didn't you bring some food?
Well, I was 19 years old. I was 19 years old the very first Million Man March.
Why didn't you bring some food? Why didn't you bring some food? Talk about all these guns and all this old crazy stuff. Why didn't y'all bring some food?
Brother, I was 19.
What they got to do with anything?
I'm 50, damn near 50 now.
What they have to do with anything?
Now, because you're.
How is that a stupid question? You got all these guns. You got all these guns, and you can do all this other stuff, but can't bring no food. Didn't bring no food to the Million Man March.
People on the sidelines doing nothing.
People had to go. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know what I was been doing. You don't know nothing about. You don't know nothing about what I've been doing. You don't know nothing about me.
30 black young men that are rich because of my effort. See, I've done the work.
You ain't doing. Guess what?
Checking the game.
When it's all said and done, it has not accomplished nothing. What have you done? All that stuff is good for individuals. It's good for individuals. You have not accomplished nothing for the people themselves. That's good for individuals. That's good for your family. That's good for their family. You ain't did nothing for me. You ain't did nothing for me that I can benefit.
Who did that? See.
I don't need no Arab. I don't need no Arab religion. You need an Arab religion to make to do anything for somebody.
All the little rappers from Little Dirt, Keith, all of them are flipping Muslim because of me, because they're afraid of me.
Ain't nobody afraid of you. Get out of here. No, ain't nobody afraid of you. Ain't nobody afraid. All thing you run around and do is hurt black people. That's all. That's the only thing you've been talking about. Everything you done said of violence has been against black people. Everything you've been saying is against black people.
I get it. It's bothered. I got the kids. I'm switching things around. You're right. Yeah, a lot of the gangs, everybody going Muslim. Everybody's turning to Islam.
Ain't nobody. Everybody not turning to Islam. Everybody's turning against religion. Period. Everybody is starting to see what religion is. It make people wacky, and everything that I've been hearing from you don't even make any sense. It don't make any sense. You've been on here almost 3 hours. You've been on here for 3 hours playing Ring Around the Roses. You ain't really been answering no question. You really ain't answering no question. You've been playing Ring Around the Roses and deflection and distraction.
Look up the case. Look up the cases.
I don't have to look up nothing.
My name is Eric Farad Muhammad. I'm the CEO of Paragon, ex-CEO of Paragon. You can look that up. I'm the ex-CEO of Money Mayhem. Look that up. I'm
Why?
Games in Chicago.
I'm going to ask you another question.
I run the Black shows. I run the blood.
Why did they dismiss the charges? Why?
What do you
talk about emails?
Who do you run?
Why did they dismiss your charges? You know why? Because I guarantee you are connected with the Department of Mental Health. I guarantee you are connected to the Department of Mental Health.
The Muslims are in power, everybody.
And they're going to put you away. They are going to put, ain't no mother plane doing nothing.
Then why don't they do it?
Why don't you bring the mother plane right now? Tell the mother plane they can move at how many? 1,037 and whatever.
Can I ask a question?
Bring the mother plane.
Well, can I ask you a question?
No.
Did Congress have a
man, nobody don't care. No Congress don't care about you.
Last Parliament.
Nobody don't care about you.
No, yes or no? You're right. Did the Congress?
The FBI do not care nothing about you. You out here being silly.
Hold on, stop. Shut the fuck up. Because you're being disrespectful. And now I got a direct question to shut your ass up. Did the United States, America, Congress have an emergency meeting on UFOs last summer or not? Yes or no? No, does that tie into the UFO question? Yes, it does, because we the ones that told you we were coming. We the ones that told you. So when your own government shut your ass up, when your own government got whistleblowers coming out saying we got a real national security issue, you gotta believe them. You gotta believe them. You ain't gotta believe me. But then I have a question. Now you still ain't answer my question. Did the United States Congress have this? Hold on, shut your mouth and answer the question. Did the United States Congress? Brother, I'm not going to. No. You get because I'm not answering all the questions. Answer the question. Did the United States government have a emergency session? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes
I'm getting ready to wrap this up. No? We're not getting nowhere here.
Yes or no?
It's been fun. You know,
I know that.
It's been fun.
This is what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
You ask them a direct question and goes against. You brought up the motherships, right? You brought them up. And the only thing I said in response to that, I said, well, the United States Congress seemed to be really concerned.
Ain't nobody saying no mothership. It's called a UFO. It's called a UFO. It's called a UFO. Unidentified flying object.
Bro.
It don't have nothing to do. They don't call it no mothership.
Bro, they said they got a national security issue with them.
Unidentified flying object. Don't say nothing about no mother plane. They don't even know what the hell it is. They don't even know what the hell it is.
All we said to you.
Private companies be flying stuff all the time. Get the hell out of here with that old nonsense. Get the hell out of here with that cartoon stuff.
We had a
Bring it.
Fall of America.
I don't care what the fall is. Yeah, you don't fall all right.
We're going to attack America.
Bring it.
Now your Congress is happy.
Get out of here. They've been saying this kind of stuff for almost 100 years. Same old bull crap. Same old garbage. Bring it.
The United States Congress has never had.
Bring the mother plane. Bring the earthquake. Bring the snowstorm. Bring it.
The United States.
Man, nobody caring about all that stuff. Ain't nobody scared of you.
The United States government has never ever released publicly. There was
a bunch of baloney.
Last summer. A real national security issue. You got it.
Bunch of baloney.
I'm just passing out. Listen. If we can't have a logical dispute, because if you ask me a question, I try my best to answer it. I ask you a simple question. You showed you a child. Brother, you showed you were a child because I asked you a logical question that you could have Googled it. You could have looked it up. The answer was yes.
Yes. Okay. So what? So what is yes? It's an unidentified flying object. It's an unidentified flying. You got all that paper and didn't show nothing.
It is out. It is out.
You got all them papers in your hand and didn't show nothing.
Nah, I got it.
Hey, Khalil, if we don't have a so when people do this stuff, you gotta be quiet. But we all got to speak. We all can't speak at the same time. You can't have a third person conversation. It's gonna make this.
I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I'm gonna let you have the. I'm gonna let you have the floor. I'm gonna let you have the floor, and you can just say what you gotta say. And go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and let the wrap this up.
The United States Congress has never had. Hold on.
What is it? You got? What is it? Hello. You got some feedback. You got some feedback. You got some other. You got some other things going on because I had some. It was some feedback.
That's Khalil. Question. That ain't me.
I don't got some feedback somewhere.
You just on a rant. That ain't me at all.
But anyway,
I don't even know why it's coming up.
I don't know, it might.
That might be the government at this point.
I doubt it.
No. You just showed me some more nine. I said I'm coming.
This is what I'm gonna do.
It didn't show nothing.
That's me after the fact.
Right. So when people
look. Go ahead, Brother Eric. Go ahead and give your conclusion, and we get. I need to get out of here.
It's all like cool. I'm listening. Brother, I want to say this to you all respectfully. Having study of history, right, or what's called the King's Court, there's always going to be disagreements. It's for high society men to be able to have a civilized conversation and point out that and say, listen, well, I disagree with this point or disagree with that point. Now, the brother Khalil brought up a valid point about the mental health situation. Now, in my defense, all I said was the records were shown. Now, of course, the FBI tried to do the best they could, but I threatened to kill the judges, bro, and I stopped all that. I did. I stopped them from taking my children. I stopped it all. Now we're at a standstill. Now, it's up to you folks to go verify that information. I gave you my name. I gave you my social security number. I gave you my date of birth. I gave you my social security number. What else can I do for you? I promise you some miracles within the next week. Or my name is shit out here. What else can I do for you? I gave you every email or anything that you wanted to have. What else can I do for you? That's called the law of evidence. Nobody has presented anything showing other than what I stated. But they can disagree, but they haven't shown any proof or evidence other than that. California has a huge mental health department, mental health court, all that. I'm not in none of those courts and none of those cases, nor have I ever or will be. That's actual fact. My reputation is solid. I try not to get angry, and I'm not angry at either one of you brothers. I'm in a serious circumstance situation. That's all I got to say. Check the actual facts. Fuck all the other shit. Because I'm more urban. Like you said, like, a lot of that shit, like I used to tell my dad, is fairy tale, it's nonsensical. I'm an urban dude. So if I am the Black Jesus, I'm a hood, I'm a thug lord. That's why me and Tupac were so close. You know why I got the name Don Illuminati? Tupac gave me that name. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? I'm just E from Chicago. Don't pop like you're Don Illuminati. Well, I'm like, who the fuck is Don Illuminati? But now that's my name, and I carry it. But so what? You think I want this for our children, bro? You think I want our children to relive the life that I live? No, I don't. You think I like, calling my black sisters bitches and all that? No, I don't. But the hoods only respect a certain level of, they don't respect Farrakhan, they don't respect a lot of y'all. They respect me because they know I can speak their lingo and I can get down to their level. But I'm only trying to bring them up. Get them out the streets. You know how many girls I done pulled out of prostitution, this and that? You know how many people talk bad on my name? I'm not perfect. I never pimped a woman in my life. I hate pimps. But I will rob them. Does it make me perfect? No. There ain't nobody put their hand, but what we do know, ain't nobody talk. You just how aggressive we got today, which is cool. I've been in a lot of jails. Ask anybody that knows me. They'll tell you ain't damn person talked to you that way in the prison not got hurt. But I kept things orderly, respectful. I got held. All the brothers in Antioch, you know that when them charges, when the FBI indicted, everybody got out. And you know what I told them? You know the same thing y'all told me I'm crazy. Before I left, I told them, I said, man, everybody hold out. You're going home. I'm gonna, as long as you don't do cop out, everybody's going home. When I caught that new charge and came back, they said, Eric, you told us the goddamn truth. But when we thought you were crazy as shit. And you know that all the police officers, anybody that was involved in any case with those police officers, they got their charges dropped. I got hell of my brothers off. And some of them were guilty as hell. That's it. Respect. And I'm done.
All right.
All right.
Let me see.
I hope you recorded this, bro. Put it up. This is good numbers for you. You know what I mean? So I hope people can watch this on YouTube or what?
Yeah, I will send you the link to your email. Make sure you get the right channel.
All right, I appreciate it. All right, y'all be easy. Salam to y'all. Thank y'all. Any more questions? We'll link back up in about a week and then we'll go back over some things, man. There ain't no problem. And I shout out to you, Khalil, too. Y'all be easy. I didn't get over to the store, man. I ran over way too long. All right, then salam to y'all.
Okay, alaikum salam.
All right. Yep.
Woo! Incredible. Unfortunately, we couldn't get our brother to the point where he would actually answer inquiry, which he couldn't. And that's why they get frustrated, because the things that they say don't make sense. We had a person a few years ago, I believe, and they told us right here on this program something, a ghost was going to come here or something. I forgot what they said was going to happen. And you heard it here first. So now, out of everything, this is the countdown. Today is July the 25th. So what is it? What, August the 2nd or whatever? Something like that. It'll be 7 days. He said within a week. Matter of fact, he said a lot of stuff, because I told him don't bring the earthquake, bro. But he said he's going to bring the earthquake. And he said Texas is going to be a snowstorm in the middle of winter. Wow. Now, I did not say I was going to serve no God. I could care less. I'm not going to serve nobody. I don't give a damn about what you do. I'm not serving no God. The hell with you. I don't care about your power. I'd rather be dead. I wouldn't want to be under nobody like that control. Unstable mind. And then an unstable mind with this kind of power. So we're looking for, I don't know where the earthquake's supposed to show up, but definitely in the state of Texas, as hot as it's been, y'all looking for a snowstorm. Those of you who live in the state of Texas, this God, the Son of God, bringing a snowstorm to show you his power. Now, since 1930, ain't nobody done it. Elijah Muhammad himself didn't do it. Louis Farrakhan didn't do it. When Muhammad was here, his father, he said, didn't do it. But here you are, an ex-gangbanger, caught up in the materialism of this world, going back and forth confused, then all of a sudden you have a revelation, I got to obey what my daddy told me. Somebody like you have the power to create snowstorms and earthquakes. Well, we're going to see. And that's right around the corner. You know, 7 days go very quick. So I'm waiting. I say, tell the mother plane, the mothership, drop a bomb on my damn house. Come and get me. No, drop it on the White House. Since the FBI is the enemy, why don't you send a snowstorm to FBI headquarters, an earthquake to FBI headquarters, things of that nature. You're just gonna make a snowstorm or earthquake and just put it anywhere, innocent people get killed and hurt. What kind of God are you? Do it to the enemy, because that's what it's supposed to be about. Because if these are my enemies, I don't want to hurt you. I want to use my power against the enemy and show you I'm with you. That you got a God that will back you up. I will make it snow in Texas in the middle of summer. I will bring an earthquake to FBI headquarters. I'm your God. I'm here with you. Stand up, black man and woman. The power is with you. The Nation of Islam been around almost 100 years. None of this power. Malcolm X believed in Allah. Allah did not stop not one of those bullets. None of them. Allah did not stop Elijah Muhammad from dying from sickness. He was sick when Malcolm joined. And he was suffering sickness and ailments when he died with all this God stuff. And we will see. I don't have to brag about myself because we've seen it in real time, and I can easily prove it. When I was diagnosed with cancer in 2020, and then I rejected holistic medicine, I rejected traditional medicine, whatever it is. I said, kill me. And I'm still here with you. And it's real. I don't have to try to explain nothing or whatever. I can easily prove it. And you saw it in real time. And that's what I'm looking for. If it's real, then we need to see it in real time. Ain't nothing gonna happen. The FBI is scared of you. Scared of you for what? What did this man do? For the FBI, CIA to be scared, the government scared of you. To do what? These people have the greatest weapons on the planet. They scared of you for what? They can send a drone and shoot a missile through your window. They can send gas in your house. You don't have to assassinate nobody with a bullet no more. You can do it with gases. You can send a drone. All right, keep listening to these type folks. They always get upset when they can't explain something. Because it's easy to explain facts. It's difficult to explain belief. And on that note, let's get out of here. And we might bring them back, might not, I don't know. Well, I definitely want to bring him back so I can ask him, where's the tornado? Where's the earthquake? Because you and I both know ain't nothing happening. So on that note, thank you for watching this spontaneous broadcast. Those who will be listening at a later date. And I'll catch y'all on the flip. Like our ancestor Don Cornelius used to always say as in parting, we wish you love, peace, and so we are already 5,000.